Mine sveinar heime ved og gjøy med det gulleballe, de andre seks på Heidingland og gjøy med det Jan I Kalle. Vi det ut av Franklande med dyre.
Go ahead, you're recording.
All right, here we go. Chapter 8, welcome. Two people on the internet watching this. My name is GMBO. Welcome to Blades and Blasters, and welcome to our Paladin Warriors of Charlemagne campaign. This is Chapter 8 of our epic adventure. Tonight we'll be traveling to the ancient city of Worms in modern-day Germany, along the Rhine, along the western banks of the Rhine. With us tonight we have Samson, played by Walter Peck. We have William, played by Sim. And we had the charming to the last, Renier Legree, played by our own Tetnek.
Sup, sup.
Sup, sup. And without further ado, I shall read my introduction. There we go. May 25th, 770, in the year of our Lord. The journey to the small town of Worms was relatively uneventful, and uneventful in these days is a blessing. No slave uprisings, no bandits, no assassins in the night with political motives or personal vendettas. No, it was relatively boring. Along with dozens of other knights, nobles, and important persons, William, Samson, and Renier made their way from Verdun and Ardennes to Worms, modern-day Germany, by way of sometimes Roman paved roads, but most often dirt roads, rickety bridge crossings over swift spring rivers, and passages through green forests, alive with birds and small four-footed beasts. The countryside was flat for the most part. Other entourages crossed a low range of mountains near Bern Castle, stopping at the village for local honey. Then the entourages continued east to Bingen, whence they followed the southern course of the engorged Rhine River, its width strewn with gray boulders and frothing white water. Approaching Worms, the rushing river on their left, they could spy many tents erected for noble houses, mown fields adored with bright flags fluttering in the May wind, and a wooden coliseum and arena constructed by local craftsmen and carved by carpenters with coats of arms of many Frankish families. Indeed, this is the annual Mayfield, a court held for royalty where plans of war are laid, plots are hatched, and those with aspirations seek to gain glory and honor, all for Franconia and the love of their ladies. And as the session opens, Renier and Samson and William of Ardennes have traveled along with their entourages south from Bastogne, along many dirt roads, sometimes paved with Roman stones, crossing a low range of mountains until they finally came upon the Rhine. They traveled south along the Rhine, the river at their left, rushing white water in their ears, until eventually up ahead they see the fairgrounds where the May Fair will be held. And there they see the coats of arms of many noble houses and families of the area near Ardennes, of Verdun, of the many other duchies in the Frankish kingdom. And the rumor is that Kings Charlemagne and Carloman will both be in attendance. So as the scene opens, like you guys are kind of rolling into this area with lots of other like hundreds and hundreds of horses and, you know, squires and attendant persons, lords and ladies, etc., ready to hold council with the king and also joust, fight, and otherwise scheme to bring glory upon your house and the house of your family. So take it away, lords and ladies.
Renier is riding alongside his two friends, and he looks to Samson, who is to be wed at this tournament, and he says, Samson, I meant to ask. Let me ask you this. Susanna, what is her thoughts about you getting married?
Oh, she understands her place in the world, and she will continue to raise our three young boys until a time that they need to come north from Verdun to Ardennes, and the castle I plan to raise along the road with the permission of the Duke. She understands she will stay at Verdun, and I will accommodate her there. It is a life much more glamorous and something she never would have had before she bared me those three boys.
Do you plan on riding two stallions?
I do not. I will honor my commitment to Rolinga as well as that of God. She understands that there will be no more children between me and her as long as Lady Rolinga lives. It is something that she regrets, but I think she will understand ultimately.
Regret she probably is thanking her blessings, praying to the Lord. Thank you, Lord, that I do not have to share the bed with this man anymore.
More like thanking the Lord that she will not be birthing any of my hale, strong children anymore. I know that can be difficult on a woman.
He laughs and looks over at William. Perhaps you could send her to William's house. Yeah, he could use a couple of children.
Yeah. I do not want to use the equipment, so to speak.
They do say once a horse has been broken in by one rider, it never rides the same way again when mounted by another.
Yes. Well, I'd rather break in my own horse, so if you know what I mean.
Perhaps Renier's sister might be interested after we saved her and you did away with that brute guarding the castle.
Renee frowns at this. She is too young for such talk. If you went, dear Linda, be my guest. Your cock might fall off after being frozen from her frigid ways, but you do you, man. Sorry, that was totally bad roleplay.
Nay. But I don't know if it'd be the favorite match. But who knows? Maybe. He'll look over at Renier and wink. But either way, it's probably better his sister than yours. From the stories I hear.
Well, I can say once my castle has been raised, there will be many ladies of both the county of Arlon and Bastogne that will visit me from time to time and seek my counsel on matters of war. Perhaps you can find a more suitable lady at one of my feasts.
Yes. I suppose you're going to have plenty of feasts.
Does Lady Rulinga have a much, much, much younger sister, perhaps?
I could ask her. I do not believe so. Unfortunately, I am not aware of any sort of dowry that a second sister would be able to pass on.
Why are you having second thoughts about your soon-to-be wife one day?
Oh no, she will suit me just fine.
And from the sound of it, every available night in Ardennes.
Well, I do not look so disfavorably about a horse that is broken in. They ride nice. They know what they are doing.
Speaking of that and making women happy, and he reaches into his saddlebag and pulls out a cloth and opens it up, and he goes, I plan on giving this pearl necklace to Rolinga on our wedding day. What do you think? And he kind of holds up a pearl necklace that he bought her.
Oh, that looks very nice. Very nice indeed.
It
Yes.
sets me back a bit, but I think it is worth it and something that she will enjoy wearing.
Yes, I'm sure she'll cherish it. If she doesn't have a lot already, maybe it's a thought that counts. But I don't think it is.
If she does not like this pearl necklace, I am sure there is something else I can give her that she will enjoy.
Yes. Maybe like children before she is beyond the age of having children.
Ah, I do not
Uh,
know. She may be already.
if God wills it, God wills it. Who am I to question his will?
Ah,
Have you ever considered talking to King Carloman or Charlemagne and seeing if they could perhaps legitimize your children? Only they could, I believe.
I believe they could, but I will not concern myself with something like that until I discover if Rolinga is able to have some of our children.
Of course.
but I'm sure if God's wills it, and like you said, it would have happened. Maybe you should pray on it. I find that's the best way to reach the ear of the Lord.
I am sure after the ceremony, both of us will go to the church and seek a blessing from the bishop or abbess.
You do
If
not
I,
include me?
Well, I
I will.
think he was talking about him in Rolinga.
Oh,
Yes,
apologies. I do not want
yes.
to intrude on your prayers or anything else.
I had not considered you a part of that, but it is very bold of you to assume. But yes, I will be hoping for a blessing by both the church and the kings.
Well, if it makes any difference, you should have my blessing as well. As a friend.
You are
And
practically a member of the church. I appreciate it.
uh, I've made praise the Lord, but I do not know the words of the God through the books.
Well, it is not too late to learn. You were asked, were you not, by the Archbishop to raise your sword for the Lord? Especially if you're not going to use that thing between your legs, you might as well.
Well, because I haven't jumped on a horse like both of you have, doesn't mean that I'm not waiting for the right horse.
Just do not be too picky, my friend, or the horse will fly away, and you will not be able to. You'll be on a mule or a donkey before you know it.
Well, if that's the way the Lord wills it, then that's the way it will go. But however, I do not look forward to myself. It's, after all, everything we do here is now and from until the day we die is for our next generation, our children, so to speak. So they may live a better and happier life than we have. Maybe a little more of an adventure than we get to take.
I do not know. I am pretty adventurous.
There is quite a bit for us to see in this world. Hopefully at the Mayfields we'll find out if we are going to do a full-scale invasion of Saxony for what they did last year, but I am sure both kings will be anxious to prove their courage and leadership now that their father, King Pepin, has passed on to the halls of God.
Yes, yes. Well, maybe Charlemagne might do more, but, you know, as much as I do enjoy our king, I haven't seen him much since well, since one of the days we first met.
He was rather late when we went to Lombardy.
Yes. Fashionably late, one might say.
Perhaps we would be wise to be careful what we speak on these matters, considering where Duke Theory's loyalties lie.
Yes, well, that is a burden we must bear. I mean, again, he is our king, and I will praise him as such. But I don't know him as much as I do Charlemagne.
I'm sure they both have quite a bit on their mind as they are securing their rule. While Charlemagne may be the one known for bravery. King Karaman is one known for intelligence and forward thinking. They both have strengths I would like to think that complement one another.
Yes. And I have no doubt that they will both take their respective kingdoms to greatness.
Indeed.
And as you walk into the Mayfield, you hear trumpets in the distance. The trumpets blare, blasting out high, clear notes that ring atop the trees. White river birds flutter into the air, flying over your long train, replete with many spare horses, lords and ladies, and baggage carts. As you get closer and closer, you see banners hung high in the air, and you see knights and their squires either equipping themselves or cleaning their equipment in multiple tents. Each of these tents emblazoned with an emblem, a family emblem, a coat of arms. And so, as we like to do it, let's start off with some failed rolls for heraldry from everybody.
Sure, I can make that happen.
Yeah, almost.
Remember, you get your glory modifiers.
Yeah, that wouldn't have mattered.
Almost.
So close. My glory, it doesn't even matter. My glory's not 4,000 for sure. Yeah, okay.
You'd have to have. You'd only need 2,000 glory to hit that.
No, it's in there.
Oh, it's in there already. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
You guys are low. It's
It's
hard to bring. It's so hard to bring them up if they start low, right?
Yeah.
It's not only you have to hit the roll, then you have to, during the winter phase, you have to hit it again.
Yeah, that's easier because you just got to be above it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're doing
But
it
somehow I'm never above the... Or no, I never get a check, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, nobody. I don't think anybody's ever got a check, honestly.
Samson.
Really?
I got 1.
Nice.
That's why it's 3.
So, kind of in the place of honor, just flying high above the entire wooden arena, you see at least one thing you recognize, and this is the double-headed eagle displayed sable, along with the kind of the French coat of arms, indicative of Charlemagne and Carloman's family. You notice many other houses. Of course, you notice the Duke Thierry, the 3 boars, is there, and his tent is already set up. And as you approach that tent, Duke Thierry and his wife are there to greet you. And not only is he there, some of the ladies of Ardon are with them, and they come out of the tent to greet you as you kind of ride up on your horses and let you roleplay what that looks like.
As they're riding up William, see everybody exiting the tent. Samson, Renier, that seems to be your future over there walking out the tent.
Indeed it does. After I pay my respects to the Duke and his lady, I will see to my own lady and bless her and be most thankful to see her again after a long winter.
Yes, I suppose. He doesn't seem all that... doesn't care that much, seemingly. He just shrugs.
Weren't you pining for Lady Ermeline back into the feast? Don't hold the same favor when you're sober.
Pining is not a great word. It is what I will do for my family, of course, and other things, but I do not care that much to go over and scrape and bow before her. All good things when I lose badly in the joust. Worry not.
Lose badly, you say?
I am not much with the lance.
Yeah, but you might get lucky.
I may. You need to get lucky too, my friend. As skilled as you are, Sir Roland's reputation does precede him.
Yes it does. Well, trust me. I do know I need to get lucky. Chances are I'll end up in the dirt today.
I have faith in you.
I
Well,
do not.
at least one of us does.
I do not have any expectation to do well in the joust. That was never something I focused on, but I believe if there's a melee is where the three of us will shine with all of our combat experience. I believe that will translate well to the tourney fields.
Well, if Roland decides to take part in the melee, no doubt we'll all end up on our backs again.
Quite possible. He is a paladin after all.
Yes. And his reputation precedes him with his swordsmanship. And his sword.
He is a paragon of virtue, something we all should aspire to be someday. And with that, Samson kind of dismounts and, kind of with a walks over to the Duke and his wife and takes a knee. And it is good to see you again, my Duke, and I am humbled to see you again and appreciate the hospitality that I am sure you will show all of your knights in these coming festivals.
Just real quickly, can the three of you roll me intrigue to see how much you know about Roland and how virtuous he is? Or you can do recognize.
Yeah.
I'm going to do intrigue.
Whichever one.
I'm gonna check that.
Ooh, I get a check too.
Well,
Look at that.
Everybody.
Oh, your intrigue is good.
All
Yes,
three of
sir.
you. All three of you. So,
I get
yeah,
rid of the
Roland.
amounts.
Roland is like a paragon of virtue in most things. Extremely chaste, energetic, forgiving, generous, merciful, trusting, extremely valorous. It's 25 valor. But he is not the most humble of gentlemen. And because he's not the most humble of gentlemen, he often is reckless. His pride often gets him in trouble. And he never comes upon a situation where he writes a check that his sword can't cash because he usually can back it up. But his prudence is one and his modesty is one.
Oh man.
So if he does have a weakness, it's his pride and his recklessness are his weaknesses, if he has one. But like you said, he is a paragon of most chivalrous virtues. So Duke Terry goes, as Samson approaches, Sir Samson, Sirs Renier and William, welcome to Mayfair. It has been some years since I traveled south this far along the Rhine. Indeed, it is beautiful this time of year, the white water gushing, the birds in the air, the spring breeze in the wind. I look forward to the festivities, to meeting with old friends, plans for war, and I think 2 weddings as well. Isn't that correct, my love, Rashilda? Rashilda says, yes, my lord. Both King Charlemagne is to be wed, as well as our present company, Samson. I owe you congratulations. Lady Rolinga is beautiful in her way.
She is wise in her years, and that gives her a beauty and something else called experience that is very beneficial for one such as myself who is still young and learning the ways of perhaps the courtly arts, something that I'm sure you, Lady Rashilda, is a expert of. But yes, I am most blessed that we will be wed.
Yes. I have had long years as well, and I think you are wise. Lady Rolinga is a woman of means. You will find that she has talents beyond her ability to bear children. An ally in a king's court is something not to be taken lightly. I have found the most trusted ally in my Lord Duke Thierry. He is as wise as he is handsome and strong, and he just kind of blushes a little bit. My lady, you doth say too much. And as they say that, Lady Rolinga appears at her friend's side, Rashilda. Hello, Lady Rashilda? My love, and she looks at Samson. Will you be participating in the tournament games?
That I will. I hope to wear your favor in the tournament while I hope there is a melee where I can prove myself. Any victory will be one that is greatly appreciated by myself.
Ah, my husband-to-be, I thee wed, represents me well, Sir Samson of Verdun, and I do give you my favor indeed. And she takes from her bosom a silk red ribbon, a cloth, and presents it to you, Sir Samson. Wear this in remembrance of me, and represent me well on the battlefield. Your valor goes before thee, Sir Samson.
I am humbled by this and in turn give a gift to you. And he kind of pulls out the pearl necklace that he'd been saving. Something I hope for you to wear on the wedding day to match your eternal beauty.
Oh, God. Um,
Is the first one the actual
yeah,
stat? Oh man.
yeah,
What was it? What did you roll?
generous.
Oh god.
She looks, give me an awareness. I'll give you a chance to check some skills. Yeah, you see it. Her eyes go down to the jewelry, and Lady Rolinga is a connoisseur of fine jewelry and craftsmanship. And perhaps, though this is an expensive gift, she's used to nothing but the best. If there is one flaw in this piece of jewelry, she perhaps finds it. Maybe there's a chip on one of the pearls. And she does the chivalrous thing. She says, thank you very much, Sir Samson. I shall wear this over and over again. It is quite beautiful, as I'm sure you will gift me with many beautiful things in the future. And she doesn't put it on right away, but puts it in a little pouch at her side and smiles at you, although the smile does not touch her eyes, unfortunately.
Samson, seeing that she's being very courteous and saying all the right things, there's no, kind of genuine feel behind it. And he wonders if it's maybe something in the necklace itself or if she was expecting gold. But he makes a note next time to get maybe pre-authorization on the gift, something that she approves of. But takes it in stride and says, thank you for accepting this gift, and with any luck, I will win the day in event and bring both of us much honor and glory.
I'll be eagerly awaiting the games. I will see you, perhaps on our wedding night, not before. It is said that it is good luck to build anticipation for such things.
I was able to wait through the entirety of the winter. What is one more, or a few more days before the wedding? Though it pains me to do so, I will wait.
She smiles and curtsies and takes her leave. She's quickly replaced behind her by Lady Ermeline. And Duke Thierry and Rashilda is like looking at you guys like, oh, you have this like hose and airy codes. All these ladies lined up. And Lady Ermeline says, Sir Renier Legree. I'm so glad to see you here. I was not sure you would make it this far south to Worms, with your fragile constitution and all.
Yes, I almost did not for the case of coughing and almost passing out from the road, I am very weak.
You are too modest, my lord. I see that travel looks well upon you. A little grime upon the brow and a little sweat and toil is manly and becoming. And the fresh water of the Rhine River is said to have magical and healing properties, and even to make some men more virile, as if you needed such a thing.
I have much grime, if that is what you like, my lady. I can guarantee a lot of grime most days from constant bettering myself as a knight, of course.
She smiles and looks down and tucked in her bodice as well. She has something, And she brings out an envelope, a piece of stationery with a red wax seal upon it. It has like a stylized E for Ermeline, and she hands it to you. To be opened in case of victory. Any victory, my lord. I am no wordsmith, but I know my way with a pen and paper. I trust you are a reader.
He looks over to Samson and William for a moment. It is not something I have had much practice at, but I am sure I can find someone to dictate it to me.
Oh, he is too humble, my lady. He used to read parts of the Bible to us on our trip to Lombardy when we saved the Pope. Do not let him be too humble in this. I'm sure in his victory he will lead the letter to much delightment.
Give me an eloquence, Samson. She thinks you doth protest too much, so she smiles again, not believing you in the least, but nevertheless remaining polite. And she says to Renier, regardless, Renier, my dear, you are becoming more and more the apple of my eye. Read it in private.
Of course.
The letter is best enjoyed by candlelight with a nice glass of wine.
He is really confused. He just nods. Yes, I will take a peek after victory. Of any kind, my dear.
She smiles and she kind of retires as well and goes back to the ladies. As she approaches Lady Rolinga and there, Gislinda is speaking with Roland, and all the four of them are laughing. They cast a direction in Samson and Renier's kind of direction, and they giggle as if they have some sort of inside joke, know not what it is about. But regardless, Roland takes his leave at this point, and he says, Duke Thierry, Lady Rashilda, well met. May I borrow some of your company in private? And he looks over to William and says, a word, my lord?
Oh, he's talking to William?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, with the Duke's leave, of course, and he'll look over at the Duke, and I do believe I'll have a word with Roland and find whatever may be around here for a church to play in before the games. But I do take the honor of jousting in your name, Duke Thierry, of course.
Yes, William. I'm sure you will do us great honor, as you do in battle. The favor of the Lord smiles upon you, and I am sure that this tournament will be no exception.
Well, whatever happens, it's the way the Lord wills it. Whether I end up in the dirt or ride on horseback, it's to the Lord to decide, not myself.
Indeed. Of course, have your moment of privacy with Roland. Perhaps some of his courageousness will rub off on you.
Yes, perhaps. And he'll kind of do a little bow at the Lord and the lady and take his leave to go talk to Roland.
He kind of guides you out back behind the tent. He says, you are most gracious, Sir William. Thank you for speaking with me.
Anything for you, Sir Roland.
And he looks over back in front of the tent where Gislinda is talking to Rolinga and Ermeline. And he says, it seems that we may be pitted against each other at some point during this tournament, no?
Yes, as the Duke tells me. For the entertainment value, I'm sure, of me ending up on my back. And he'll smile.
Oh, about that. He kind of looks over at Gislinda again. Well, Lady Gislinda is indeed beautiful. She is, shall I say, a hard-won prize, and I've come to realize that her brother is quite protective of her. And I am not shall I say, a patient man, William.
Yeah, she does have a pretty protective brother from what I hear.
Indeed. And it came to be that late last winter, even as the first blooms of spring began to sprout on the trees, I traveled with my companion Oliver to Aachen. Are you familiar with Oliver? A skilled and stunning knight, second only to my own in prowess.
Yes, I do believe I've seen him. I've never had the pleasure of being introduced to him, but I've heard of him and seen him in the presence of the was he the Archbishop? Is that the guy they talk to?
Yeah, Archbishop Turpin.
Yeah, Archbishop Turpin.
He is a paladin as well. He's like nicknamed the War Bishop. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I've seen him in passing, and I've heard people talk highly of him.
I would like you to do a recognize as well. Give you some options.
Oh man, no bonus on that one. All right. Yeah.
No. He tells you though, and he says to you, "And have you ever met Oliver's dear sister?" You haven't, or at least if you have, you don't recognize the fact you have.
Yeah. No, not at all. Sorry to say.
She is the most beautiful thing I have seen on this world or on any world. Lady Gislinda indeed is as the dew on a fresh spring morning, but Oliver's sister is both as the shining sun and the midnight stars on a clear winter night. As stunning in her beauty and her wisdom is unmatched. I'm afraid, William, that my heart has had a change of mind. And the romance of a knight shall not be questioned. Am I correct?
Well, the Lord guides the knights, right? If I think correctly, it's most of your decisions are guided by the Lord, and if you have a change of heart, the Lord wills it, right?
Indeed. And my passion fuels my sword as much as anything else. But I cannot be seen abandoning Gislinda when I have spent so much time with her. And yet, I cannot be seen taking the fall to you, William, as I am clearly your superior.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't expect you to take a fall. I do believe in a fair joust in the first place. I joust not for love, but for the joust, I guess you say. There's still, even if I end up in my back, a certain renown to it and a certain thrill to it and some fun, right?
Well, there is a way that you could win Lady Gislinda's heart and give me an out while saving face. I would love to hear it. Archbishop Turpin has told me that you do have a top-notch mind. So please now, William, put that mind to work and find me a way out of this pickle.
And William would kind of laugh. I do have a mind, I guess you could say, but when it comes to the matter of women's hearts and how they feel, I've heard about some scorn because of this, and I don't know if I am that smart to avoid a woman's heart being scornful. But
Well, William, if there is ever time to pray, is with dealing with the heart and the motives of a woman, for they are devious and a mystery to all but the wisest of us men.
they are. They're predictable, but at the same time unpredictable. But I would need time to think about it. It's kind of on the spot. Perhaps during my prayers.
Well then, the tournament is on the morrow. So, do what you need to do. Pray, meditate, drink a bottle of vintage wine. I do recommend the Gerstversminer from the Rhine Valley. But I will take my leave.
Well, before you go, there is one thing.
Yes.
Well, if you believe in spirits, the ghosts come and go, and you don't see them half the time. Perhaps you should be like a ghost and start, not being Gislinda's eyesight. And then maybe she'll think less favorably of you, thus giving you an out, make her mad at you for seemingly avoiding her while saving your face. That's one of the only things I could think of at the moment on the spot, but I'm sure I might be able to come up with better.
Well, I shall talk, taking your advice then on the spot. Very well, William. I will see you on the tournament field.
Ah, hey, I hope for a good joust at the very least. Even if I lose, that's not the matter. What matters is the fun we'll have. And he'll hold out his arm to shake Roland's arm.
He certainly shakes your arm and says, "Just be sure not to break your neck, my friend."
Just be sure not to break
That'll be
it.
the end of the race. Haha, yes. I take my leave now. And he walks over to Gislinda. She runs up to him to try to throw her arms around his sturdy frame, and he kind of pushes her away. "Ah, Gislinda, as much as I would love to spend time with you, my arms are in need of cleaning, and my horse is in need of bathing." He just kind of stumbles over his words. "Don't you have a squire for that, my lord?" "Oh, yes, but I like to oversee the shoeing of my horse myself. He's scarce for the next few days." Yes. Quite scarce. Like a ghost, you may say. And Lady Gislinda kind of looks at him. "What a queer expression, my lord. Okay." And he kind of disappears and runs over to his tent. She rejoins the ladies with kind of a quizzical expression on her face. And
Yes.
you walk back to where everybody else is talking here.
Yes, he would walk back and, of course, nod as he returns. And, well, what can one find a chapel around here for my players?
Duke Thierry kind of looks over to Archbishop. Archbishop is in conversation with Ogier in one of the other tents across the tournament field. Archbishop Turpin has erected a chapel just into the woods. It is in a beautiful region, atop a low hill with a spring bubbles to the surface with fresh water. The water and gives blessings to all participants in the tournament.
Perfect. Yes, I should have to spend some time there tonight and then tomorrow. It's been a while since I've been to a church and said my prayers, and, well, don't want the Lord to think I've forgotten about him.
Indeed. Well, the three of you, I wish you good luck on the morning. The agenda is set. Shortly after breakfast, we shall start with beast fights. A bull and a bear have been brought forth, ferried down the Rhine River all the way from Saxony. Wagers will be taken upon that battle. I do not recommend that you volunteer to fight them on your own. After that, we shall have challenges in a melee. On wishes, blunted edges, of course, to knock down and for love. After that, the evening will end with the Jousting Tournament. I wish you all good luck.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, Duke. It is much appreciated.
Renier bows. As soon as they're out of earshot, he, waves the letter. What does this say, you think?
I don't know. You better have a good priest read it.
No. I can't do that. Can my sister read? Merwig or whatever her name is?
Yeah, so she can read.
Yeah. I will find Merwig. I think she is here. She told me she was coming. She probably traveled with me, actually.
Yep.
I will find her, and I will have her read it to me.
We'll say that your other sister taught her how or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
The nun.
I don't know. Archbishop Turpin might be able to read it a little better. He's pretty good with his words.
No, I think this is going to be quite steamy.
I feel this is something for a sister to read as opposed to an archbishop if her reputation is 1/10 as true as people say it is.
Perhaps it is an invitation to the river.
Well, isn't that where the chapel's at?
I do not believe she is that presumptuous. Even I would not do that. I have already been cursed. I do not need to be cursed again. It would take some time to go to the well.
Ah, yes. And then another blessing. Well, perhaps you ought to have your sister read it so that way you know if it's an invitation. That you know what time it is. You don't want to miss it by listening to your sister to read the love letter, right? Do you?
But she said if I won, and I am not going to win tomorrow, so I should go open it now, shouldn't I?
Yes, you should. If not, maybe it'll give you some, I don't know, something that gives you to fight for. Fight a little harder.
I do not know about that, but I will, I am very eager to find out. Perhaps it will. I do not know.
Yes. Well, if you win in the melee, maybe. Or fight a beast.
I do not want to be injured. But if I fight you, perhaps you could lose to me on purpose, eh?
You must be talking to Samson. For as if the Lord says I must win, I must win.
But what if he tells you I should win?
And if he tells me that, then I will let you win.
I'm sure he will.
I am 100% sure he would not.
He waves the envelope. He's like, I will talk to you later. And he just, like, scrambles off to find his sister.
If you're going to have her read it, give yourself a check in Reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do find her. Let me change slides for you guys all here. She's in one of the tents. Yeah, you find her in one of the tents. She is with some of her girlfriends, and they have a pitcher of wine. They're enjoying it, and they're laughing, and they have all their finest clothing on, and they're talking about the knights that are arriving. And she looks out of the flap of the tent, and she sees her brother. Ah, my ladies, we have been graced with one of the knights themselves, soon to be Paladin Renier Legree, my most handsome brother.
He gives her, like,
Once cursed by the devil.
Yeah.
Once cursed by the devil, now blessed by the Lord.
He gives her, like, a side look. Yes, Paladin, certainly. May I speak to you privately, sister?
Yes. She kind of looks to down. Now, Hilda, do not drink my wine when I am gone. I know exactly. I shall go chat with my chivalrous brother.
As she comes up, he puts his arm around her and kind of leads her over. I have a love letter I need you to read for me.
Oh, you don't dare say. A woman is after your heart just as much as you're after hers? This is a new thing for you, brother.
I just want to see what it says. Now, it could be a bit forward. It does have the seal on it. Unfortunately, I think it needs to be broken. I was only supposed to open it if I won, but that is not going to happen, so I would like to read it now.
No. She looks at it and she goes, yes, it is. It is a wax seal. I myself am not going to be able to open this letter without her knowing. Who is the lucky lady?
It is Ermeline, Lady Ermeline.
So put her intrigue at what, 3? Lady Ermeline. She does have a reputation. Brother, she is a lady in high regard, but she is also rumored to be skilled between the bed sheets.
That is why you need to read this to me. I think it is an invitation.
You have my ear and my heart, but this secret stays between us, no?
Of course. Well, and William and Samson, I will tell them, of course.
They are brothers, if not by blood, then by honor. I suppose you can trust them.
If she asks for it back, what do I say? Do you think she would do such a thing?
Well, just make sure you win. I'll just say that.
I cannot win. I am the least skilled of my friends anyway, so they will win before I will unless I'm lucky.
Either way, give it here. Give it here. I'm blushing with anticipation.
Okay, tell me what it says.
Takes it and she slips her fingernail under the seal and pops it open pretty cleanly. I suppose you could find somebody really high in intrigue to like melt it back to the page if you want to. But she reads it. She reads it and she starts to smile and laugh and she bites her fingernails. Are you sure you want me to read this to you, brother? How about you? How about you give it a try? Do you want to try?
No, I
Do you
have
want
not.
to try languages? Do you want to try languages?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? Is that a
If
count?
you roll a 1, you have a 1. It's courtly.
Oh, it's okay. Well, then I get 3. I get 2 bonus. Maybe I'll. What?
Almost.
No, I
that's courtesy.
rolled the wrong thing. Hold on, sorry.
You did.
You still failed horribly.
Yeah.
Ah. Almost. It's in Latin.
Yeah. The
Ah. Okay, I'll just say it. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. Here we go. Gold light flashing from on high, through sills and moats and swirling nigh. My breath in my bosom heaves in anticipation. Oh, brother, for thine beating heart will agree. Thou art mine, thy dancing feet, thy sword that shines, thy lance unsheathed. Oh, and plunge deep in mine. Own gentle spirit, to the stable doth thou come? For even God shall not gainsay my passion for thee. I wait in the stable, dear and glorious victor. She takes the note and she like fans herself. Oh, my brother!
He says, oh, I will
Take this sinful thing away from me.
He snatches it and he looks at it like he's reading it. Of course, he can't read it. He's like, oh my, I suppose I should win.
I dare say. An adventure thereafter awaits, dear brother.
Yes, well, I must prepare in my own tent. I will see you later.
She laughs and hands you back the letter, and she returns to her girlfriends.
Don't say anything.
Very well. I expect a full report, Renier.
A full report? How old are you?
18.
Yeah, okay. No, I think not, sister. Thank you for reading this for me, though. I think it was a joke.
I dare say not, brother.
Yeah, he would try
Temptation, and I dare say she has a way with words. She is not a dullard.
Yes, well, I am very fond of words.
Fond of her bosom.
Yeah, he just like waves her off and goes and runs to find William and Samson.
William and Samson are hanging out outside the tents, yep.
He like waves like kind of goofily with a big smile on his face.
Ah, what did it say? Do tell, as Samson's kind of drinking from a tankard.
Yeah, give me a drink.
Goes to an open barrel and just kind of like puts a big tankard in there of whatever swill they're serving in the area they're in and hands it to him. Oh, is that scandalous? Oh, I am quite interested to hear what it says.
He'd
Yes.
say, yeah, go ahead.
Perhaps you need to go down to the river and jump in the cold spring.
Perhaps he takes a big drink and there's like froth on his lip, on his mustache. He's like, hey, yes, well, it says that I should meet her in the stables after I am victorious to unsheath my lance.
Samson does like a spit take as he's in mid-drink. He's like, oh my goodness, what is it with these ladies in stables?
Gosh,
What's her chase, like 1 or 2?
I don't know.
Hello.
you guys in your stables, let me tell you something.
Well, there is soft hay, and but it has. I have to win, and that is not going to happen. So, I am very sad, my friends. But still, perhaps God will see me lucky enough to strike you down. I hope I do not kill you over my unsheathing of my lance.
Well, if rumors are correct, you don't have to win to plunge your lance into her. She'll just let you do it.
Well,
I don't
hope
think she's
so.
talking about the melee. I'm pretty sure she mentions lance. She means lance, as in jousting.
Oh, well, I will never win that, so perhaps she is just making fun of me.
Here's the real question, William. How many of these letters did she give out?
Well, I believe mine might be in my tent. I'd have to take a look. Did you get yours?
Oh, a gentleman never tells.
He frowns very deeply. Shut up!
But
That is not very funny for
I
my
will
future
say-
wife.
I will say, when I walked by these stables earlier, there was a rather long line that I was confused about, but perhaps it's nothing. Perhaps there was a excellent horse stable master that was shoeing horses for the tournament.
Yes, yes. Well, perhaps you should practice your fighting skills since you may be defending someone's honor over and over again.
He just grunts. He's like, "You two are recklessly no fun."
I will
dare
help
you.
you as I can.
You know, we just...
My honor is. He like does a fake like grabs his chest. My honor is so hurt. I must fight you now.
Well, we'll she'll meet in the melee, I'm sure.
Grunts. I must go to my tent to prepare.
Well,
Yes.
polish that lance. Make sure it's nice and shiny.
He just waves at you as he leaves, taking the tankard with him.
Well, she was quite forward.
That is what I hear. Which is why it is wise to stay away from her and not make her your wife.
Yes, yes. Yeah, maybe the Greek and tamer.
If anyone can do it, he can.
Yes. And he'll take a drink, trying to drink it without laughing. Well, the hour is getting nigh. I must go to church, do my nightly prayer, and that way I can get one in the morning. Do you care to accompany me for your evening prayers, or are you gonna just go to your tent and say them?
I will attend church with you, and then I will retire for the evening before the true tests begin on the morrow.
Yes, yes. And by the way, it looked like Lady Rolinga really enjoyed your gift.
Oh, how can she not? It is a very expensive and very pretty pearl necklace.
Yes. Yes, the look in her eyes said it all.
Indeed it did, and he's not giving anything away that he realized that it was not satisfactory to her. But yes, it is something I'm sure she will wear on special occasions in the years to come.
Yes, yes, I'm sure she will.
And
Perhaps even gift it to one of your children that you maybe will be blessed with.
yes, perhaps it will be something that she can give to a daughter after she gives me a son.
Yes, perhaps. Yeah, maybe that's what you could pray for. Victory and sons.
No greater gift.
Yes. Amen to that, they say.
Yes. Now let us go to church and commune with our Savior.
Yes, to the bubbling creek.
That Samson will kind of finish his beer and head to church to say his daily prayers.
Yeah, William as well.
So that afternoon and that evening passes. You guys go about your business. Some of you go to the chapel to meet with Archbishop Turpin, and either way, you're walking around the camp and the fairground, and you're hearing things, you're noticing people, you're seeing the sights, smelling the smells, hearing the sounds. You hear gossip, you hear secrets being whispered. Perhaps you are dumb to all these things and don't hear a thing. All of you guys, we're going to do recognize for more folks that are here and any kind of intrigue that's going on. We'll do recognize first. I want you to do Renier. No, let's do Samson first. I want you to do recognize with a plus 10 because this one's going to be very easy for you.
What?
No?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm oblivious.
So you have no reason why, but at 3 separate times, Where's the other dude? Yeah. At 3 separate times, you're kind of minding your own business, either in line for food or drink or something else, and like knights like bump into you relatively rudely. They apologize, gruffly, but obviously don't mean it. They keep all their decor, but they kind of look at you, and you can tell there are daggers in their eyes. You don't recognize necessarily where they're from, but you realize these guys seemingly don't like you in particular. They seem to get along with everybody else, but they do not like you at all. They don't like your name. They don't like your face. They don't like anything about you, Samson.
Samson, perhaps thinking ahead to the joust and the beast fights and the melee and whatnot. Maybe he doesn't look enough, but he knows that they clearly don't like him. And while he can't imagine why, he bites his tongue as he does not want to violate any sort of guest right or hospitality under the protection of the local lord, and instead makes a point to maybe later try and discover who the trio were and why they were so adamant to go out of their way to disrespect him.
Renier, give me a recognize with a +5.
Okay. I'm there, yeah.
What's that?
I am there. Is that right?
What do you mean you're there?
Am I there? Because like, are they
think it's
going?
that-
Are,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
are they going to pray, or what is happening?
Yeah, this is just like as you walk around doing your
okay.
stuff
Okay.
in the afternoon. Negative. So yeah, you see a bunch of other knights. You see a couple of houses, coat of arms that you recognize, but there are just so many that you can't tell much. Samson Verdun, you give, or William, do a recognize with a +5.
Yay.
There you go. Finally, give me a 1d3. Ah, yes. So you've recognized several different coats of arms. First of all, these guys, the Black Knights of Herbeaumont. You don't know why they're there. I mean, they're just knights to you, but they look rather sharp, rather menacing. Mouse is getting off for some reason. Ooh, uh-oh. There you go. Herbeaumont is a stone tower guarding West Ardennes. They've been there for years. Very old family. You see the knights from that house. They are clad in black cloth, black capes, and armor that is polished very darkly. You also see knights from House Chavigny. This is, this as a very, very rich household. It is a household where King Charlemagne often retires for vacation, and they keep a stable of knights that are very well equipped. And finally, you recognize knights from Bouillon. Bouillon is another tower that guards the western border of Ardennes, and you know that they have a feud over hunting rights with the House of Herbeaumont. And so, with all this information, you don't notice any violence or hostilities, but you can certainly tell that the tournament tomorrow will be tense indeed. And I'll let you guys role play what you kind of do throughout that evening and day. And if you guys want to dig deeper into plots and subplots, or clue people off about things you hear about or what you suspect, I'll let you guys make intrigue rolls.
Of course, intrigue rolls abound. He sees all these knights and knows there's some tense stuff going on. It's bound to be some juicy gossip.
Now, is William going to relay that information to Samson?
I mean, he's with us, so like them. Would he notice them bumping around Samson, like particularly not liking him?
So if you would tell them that they're from Herbeaumont, then the lights would go on about who they are.
I'm
Okay.
presuming they're pissy about my upcoming nuptials to Lady Rolinga.
That's part of it.
So
Then
yeah,
also, last winter, apparently they bought some slaves from Verdun, which one wintry night, half of the slaves rebelled and killed the lord of the manor, and they blame your family.
so yeah, he definitely, especially with the Herbeaumonts, because they've been hanging out too close to us and Samson. Well, not really us, but more Samson. So he would look at Samson. What kind of problems do you have at the house with Herbeaumont? They seem not to like you.
It seems that is why they look somewhat familiar. That is twofold. The first is that I am to marry Lady Rolinga, and quite a few of her manors are in the western part of the county of Arlon, making me naturally a soon-to-be rival for the attention of the count, as well as growing in power and influence with the ability to raise a castle. In addition, they blame my family for their inability to control their slaves. It seems that they suffered somewhat of a slave rebellion last winter, and one of the lords of a manor were killed, and they believe it is our fault. Which, of course, it is not. It is their inability to keep them in line that led to the rebellion. But they insist that we are at fault.
I see. That would be why they could bump into you and stuff. That would explain it. I was about to say, don't tell me you have a feud with them like the Chagneys and the Bouillons. Or, the Chagneys and the Herbeaumonts. They're pretty tense right now. Apparently, they are picking fights with everybody.
Which one? The Herbeaumonts? Which ones did you say
The
had a...
Bouillons have a feud with Herbeaumonts. The rich people.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Bouillons, yeah. Yeah, something
Interesting.
about race.
Perhaps it is something I should make the acquaintance of the Bouillons.
Yes, perhaps.
In potential enemy of the enemy is my friend.
Well, in either case, I don't know how good that'll do you now. Perhaps they might try to take the revenge in the melee tournament.
We shall see, but thank you for this information, Sir William. I will be going to the Bouillons and sharing a drink with them and getting a better idea of these Herbeaumonts and their desires and plans.
Yes, it might work.
With that kind of information, as the feasts or people milling about are going along, he would try and recruit the help of William to find perhaps the flag of Bouillon and seek an audience with them.
Okay. And Renier, do anything in particular?
When he's out and about,
Jacking off in your tent.
Polishing the lance.
Yeah, but he is. I don't think so. He's probably having a pretty good time, drinking and dancing and such, because he does not believe he has a chance to win. So he's just kind of partying instead.
All right, William. You do feel like as evening falls and light fades into the west, casting long shadows over the camp. The sounds of revelry rise into the forest, as well as smoke rings from numerous campfires. People are laughing, drinking, and singing. Minstrels are playing instruments, and the coat of arms of House Herbeaumont, indeed, is flying proudly over one of the tents, illumined by orange campfire light.
Yes, William would point out the crest and there they are. Perhaps we should approach.
Indeed.
Frankish name generator. Here we go. Grimald. Grimald Bouillon. There you go. And there are some not rough looking, not rich looking, but very enjoying themselves knights. They have each what looks to be a roasted duck on their plates and a large tankard of ale. And you walk in, you see a large knight wearing a crimson tunic. And then I said to him, look out behind you, and I split his skull before he could smile. He kind of turns around. Ah! It seems we have visitors, who they might be. Welcome to the tent of Bouillon. Never let it be said that we are stingy with our ale or our roasted duck. Help yourself. This is a night of merriment. Some of us may suffer grievous injury on the morrow, nay?
Oh, thank you for the drink and food. I am Samson of Verdun, soon to be Samson of Arlon. I am betrothed. Lady Rolinga is betrothed to me, and we are to be married soon. And I thought it wise to introduce myself to my fellow neighbors, most notably the House Bouillon.
Ah! I recognize both of you. Samson de Verdun and William de Ardon. Ah, your exploits are legendary, both in Saxony and at the Battle of the Humble Squires in Rome. Well met, well met. You have a place at my table any time. Now, how can I help you? Let's start handing out some glory. Renier, you get 5 with your interactions with the lady. Everybody's just going to get 5 across the board. William and Samson for your recognition by this guy will get 5. And that's it for now. Yes. Yes, well met. I recognize both.
Oh, I am humbled that you recognize my exploits and am fortunate to have such good company here and in the future in the county of Arlon. I come to greet you and learn about my home to be, and I thought who better than you fine knights.
Yes,
I'm
yes, we thank you.
going to bring you guys over to the map just so you can kind of see the geography of where they are. So they are kind of here, right? So this is Herbeaumont and this is Bouillon. They're right along the Semois River of County Bouillon, which is kind of along the border there of the realm.
I see to the north of and west of where I will be raising my castle with the Duke's permission. And I was wondering if you could tell me about a house in our area. I had a unfortunate interaction with them earlier today, and they told me to seek out you and your family. They might know more about these individuals.
Yes.
The Herbeaumonts, I believe they are called.
Yes. If ever there is a pox upon our country best described as fertile river plains with the forest of Remaco. To our east is the House Herbeaumont. They have overhunted their own lands and so encroach on our own. They are all greedy bastards as far as I'm concerned. What more do you need to know of them? If you are moving into the area, it is a neighbor that is not a heathen. I consider the Herbeaumonts only a step above the Saxon creed, the Saxon horde.
Then they are my enemy if you dare. If you compare them to the Saxons, then they are someone I do not want to associate with. I encountered 3 of them in their black armor, and they looked as if they wanted to accost me for nothing. I can only assume it is their demeanor, and perhaps they are jealous of what I am about to gain as a dowry and a blessing from the Duke.
Yes, I have also heard of that. Congratulations on your wedding to Lady Rolinga. You are wise indeed. She comes with many manners. You will be wealthy beyond measure.
She is wise as she is beautiful. I am fortunate to gain her hand. With that said, I believe, considering their history and their attitude towards me, a bit of caution is in order between both you and myself, and we watch out for one another in the events to come to make sure they do not try anything unbecoming of a knight.
You have reason to expect as much. As far as I'm aware, their hatred and their meanness of their eyes only extend northward to my house.
There was something about their attitudes towards me that were unsettling. I have never encountered them before, but they made it a point to show ill intent towards me in their attitudes. Something that was made me wary, almost as if anticipating an ambush was the feeling I got from them.
Indeed. Well, I will keep an eye on them. 2 eyes, as often as I can spare them.
It is much appreciated.
Well then, the night is growing long. Shall soon retire. I have a great appetite for ale and roasted duck, but it would be ill-advised for myself to overindulge the night before a tournament. Do you not agree?
I agree. It is a very prudent measure to take, and I shall do the same. I appreciate your hospitality, but will take up no more of your time. We will speak of this again tomorrow.
Yes,
Indeed.
we do appreciate the good ale and good conversation.
Very well. A good evening to the both of you, and may God's light shine upon your sword on the morrow.
Yours as well.
Eve. And were you guys going to pray, at least 2 of you?
Yeah,
Yep.
William, for sure.
Okay. No, we don't have to role play all through that. I'm guessing you guys want some bonuses.
Yes, I want my prayer roll. God dang it.
Oh, I'm not doing a prayer roll. I'm just RPing prayer.
I need my prayer roll for the joust.
Renier Legree is just going to stay in the tent polishing his lance, or are you heading to the chapel as well?
Oh, I don't think he's heading to the chapel, no.
Unless I get a pretty good bonus, I'm not going to risk a love god roll.
All right, William. So you do go to the chapel. Make me your whatever rolls you want to make.
All right, so from what I'm reading...
I think you might get a little bonus from like a makeshift chapel or something. Let me look. I think I have it.
Yeah,
Might have a handout.
If I spend at least an hour at church, and that's a 0.
Prayer modifiers.
Ordinary place, chapel, church. Ordinary place is -1, but a church chapel would be a 0 modifier, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just a 0 probably, since you guys are,
But
some kind of makeshift.
But I do have a relic, so it's a +2.
Oh, very good.
Yes. Gotta take it as I can get it.
You got a relic.
Yeah.
You don't have a quiet night, ordinary day, Sunday. What day is it?
That's a good question, because if
Roll
it's Sunday.
roll a 1d7.
Nah, Sunday.
So -1.
All right. It's +1 then. Awesome.
Yep.
And that's a love Charlemagne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's love Charlemagne?
Yeah, for your prayers.
Ooh, what would I be at? -1?
Do you get a relic?
No.
Yeah, you'd be at a -1.
Wait, is it love Charlemagne or love God for prayers?
It's prayers is low Charlemagne.
What's states of passion? That you can use anything you want, right?
Yeah, you can use your honor or
I'll try to
whatever.
impassion myself, but yeah.
Yeah, he'll impassion himself before the joust, but he needs his prayer done.
Yeah, I can impassion honor later if they're going to be all dickish, but love Charlemagne, you said, Sim, is for praying.
Yes.
You can do some big
he's
bonuses if you
yeah.
fail.
Yeah, you could get pretty fucked over if you fail.
Is that, yeah, ooh.
If you fumble, you go into madness.
I'm going to skip it.
Yeah, I mean, you still go to chapel, you know.
Yeah, I still go and pray. I just not in the mechanically advantageous kind.
All right. If you want to kind of roll around and hear more rumors, you guys can make intrigue rolls if you like. Otherwise, we'll go to the morning and start the tournament.
Samson spends the rest of the evening after going to the church and praying, just kind of being courteous to the other ones, getting to know the soon-to-be banneret knights, vassal knights, and whatnot of the county and in the area, and just kind of getting a sense of the people.
Yeah, William would, of course, kind of, after his prayer, join in some of the little merriment, but he's always open for intrigue. Listening, and he wants to gossip, so you can know who's who and what's what in the current events.
All right. If you want to do intrigue, roll intrigue.
I'll give her a shot.
Nope.
Now, do we add our glory bonus to this?
It's a courtly skill.
Alrighty.
Would you have succeeded, Sam?
No, I was with it. I hear nothing of interest.
Samson did. Let me look here. Let me see. So you would have hit. You both would have hit one of them, okay? Because one of them was with a +5. Both of you know about. Everybody knows about the royal wedding, about Charlemagne marrying someone that Charlemagne's mother has arranged. It is Lady. What was her name?
Didn't it start with a D?
Yeah, Desiderata the Lombard.
Yeah.
Yep. Desiderata the Lombard has been arranged to marry Prince Charlemagne to kind of finalize his alliance with Lombardy. It's felt to be a good move. Then you both also would hear about a little feud, a spat between the brother kings. You walk past one of the tents, and you hear King Charlemagne and King Carloman kind of arguing. And King Carloman, you kind of hear him say, "You do not see, my brother, that the Lord God has blessed myself, young child, but 4 years old. He is a strapping lad, wise, and he is already able to, whereas yourself chose to lay down with pigs, and you are gifted by a first son of a hunchback. Both of them are named after our father, but only one of them do him justice. Shing! You speak ill of myself and my family again, brother, and I shall cut your throat and blame it on one of my assassins that likes to drink too much. Do you understand me?" At that point, their voices kind of trail off, and you see a woman kind of leave the tent crying, and you guys both have heard of her. It's one of the king's concubines by the name of Himmeltrude, the concubine. She runs out crying, and she has a little hunchbacked child in her arms. Pepin the hunchback. And King Charlemagne kind of yells out the tent after him, "I never want to see the two of you again." And he goes back inside his tent with Carloman, and they continue to argue in hushed tones. Let's see. What else do you got? That's all that both of you hear. Samson will hear another room. Find it. Samson, you have heard that Carloman has hired a herald to spread the news of this child that was born to the concubine in order to play up his claims that God favors him to rule the entire kingdom and not King Charlemagne. So those are the rumors you hear. And you can roleplay that if you'd like. Otherwise, move on to the morning.
Yeah, seeing the fight happen and everything, William, after seeing the events unfold, would actually make himself scarce because he does not want to be involved in the kingly scrap.
Yeah, as William, Samson has a similar attitude that they both know what they heard, but for now, it's best to left things unsaid and hope it's simply brothers squabbling. And so as he's leaving, he hears something additional regarding Pep and the Hunchback and Carloman's plans to spread the stories of his strapping young son, Pepin the Young, being a sign that the kingdom should be solely his as opposed to split. He takes that information and pockets it and saves it for later, and then goes to his pavilion to retire for the evening.
The evening passes, and as you awake, camp is all a bustle. People going this way and that. Knights getting ready. Horses are laid upon with blankets showing coats of arms, and smell of bacon and sausages wafting through the air, and cooks are clanging their pans and climb to the top of the wooden tower of the makeshift arena. Hear ye, hear ye! To Mayfair of Worms, in the year 770 of our Lord. Welcome all of you. God smile upon you and your souls. This morning's festivities will start a duel to the death between two ghastly beasts imported from Saxony, no less, and floated down the Rhine. Now these beasts, one bear, red of tooth and fang, and one horned auroch, a wild bull of Germania, shall gore each other, shall bite each other, until one falls to the ground, bloody and lifeless. Horse Kings Charlemagne and Carloman, welcome wages to be made. After that, enjoy your lunch, while you also enjoy the spectacle of combat. The kings will entertain any challenges and to knock down. And finally, ere dinner and wine shall be served, a jousting competition. Those brave and valiant knights who shall wish to prove their glory, please see myself and sign up. And so as you guys finish your breakfast, you see this giant bull and bear being kind of led down towards the arena. And, 'Tis, 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 Let me find my bull and bear. Here we go. Wow, these folks. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm listening.
Go ahead. Take it away.
Samson spent the morning along with his squire, preparing his armor, his arms, his charger, its trappings, going over his weapons, making sure everything is in good order before heading down for a large breakfast, and then to see the two beasts fighting one another. As he is living quite the lavish lifestyle, his armor is probably a little more well kept and detailed with filigree, and he wears quite fanciful clothes to impress the other courtiers as he sees the first event of the day.
Yeah, Renier shows up a little late. He's feeling a little bit of the aftermath of yesterday, and he walks in, finds Samson. Oh, I cannot believe I did not see you again yesterday. I had a few ales. Did you go to the church to pray?
I did. I went to the chapel with Sir William, and we prayed, though I have a feeling Sir William was, his prayers were answered as opposed to mine, which is nothing new, of course, but we shall see what the day holds for us.
And then William would come a little bit later after Renier shows up. Good morning. I had to spend the morning in my morning prayer. Are we ready to partake in the festivities?
I have already partaken in many of the festivities, my friend. Now I just must win for my truest love. He kind of says that in a joking manner.
Yes. Well, hopefully you're paired up to somebody that is easy on the joust.
Yes, I do hope so. Perhaps I will joust against you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that my first stakes are against Roland, which would knock me out of the tournament pretty quick. But
That is true. I will be able to say I have advanced maybe perhaps farther than you.
perhaps.
I will let you know that for a long time. What are they doing down there?
That is the beast matches. The bear versus the bull.
I will watch with great interest.
My money is on the bear.
Yes, this is smart money, but the bull sometimes with those horns, they can stick a bear. I'd put the money on the bull for the underdog, of course, to represent myself against Roland.
Of course, I will wager 50 denarii that the bear wins. What, will you take that bet, Samson? Or William?
Yeah, I shall take that bet.
I will
Very
watch and let you two bet.
All right, let's see.
I'm
So
saying
there
bear.
are
Bear.
two beast keepers kind of at the end of the arena, and they like have these things on chains like they're ankle, right? And they like cut the chains, and they things like I've been starved for days, and they run across the arena, and a great cheer goes up, as they kind of meet in battle, and they start to scrape and tear at each other, etc. And the crowd kind of tells as first blood is drawn. Okay, so Bear, let's see, what's he going to use?
Sword.
Yeah, he's just going to swing at the bull here. He rears up on two legs and just kind of swings at this thing. Oh, misses the bull. What does it do? Yeah, it actually tries to go underneath the bear and gore it with one of its horns. And it misses as well. And so we're going to same thing over again.
What's that? Plus 1d6.
That's for damage.
Oh.
That's for damage.
Oh,
My
shit.
bear hits.
Come on, bull crit.
Bull. This time it's going to go across the arena and charge it. Oh, yeah. Neither one of them have armor or anything, so it's going to be plus 2d6. What's its normal damage? 12d6.
What?
Say 12d6.
30. Yep.
Wow.
Now that bear is at a negative 10.
Wow. Never fuck with the bull.
Yeah, seriously, let's not fight.
So the bull,
bulls.
I'll let you guys kind of, William, why don't you describe it? What happens is the bear kind of tries to take a swipe at it, but the bull gets underneath and charges it.
Yeah, so seeing the first two miss and the bear standing up turns and the bull uses the time to go further into the arena to turn around. You see its paw, his hoof stamping out of the dirt. What do you think he's doing?
This is ridiculous.
And as soon as he says that and Samson answers, the bull charges into the bear and you see the horn go into the bear's flank. What, my lord? That looked like it hurt.
The only thing it is hurting is my coin purse.
Remind me not to fight a bull.
So this time the bull, the bear's kind of down bleeding, and the bull circles around and tries to just trample it over, but the bear kind of gets up at the last minute and takes its claw and swipes at the throat of the bull, and blood just squirts out, sprays all over the crowd, and they yell, "Ah!" Yeah, the blood just sprays into the air.
On second thought.
Yeah, so now the bear crits it. Let me see what damage it does. 66 to 36. Oh, you know what? It was at a negative 10, wasn't it?
Was he injured that much?
Yeah, he's hurt bad that time. Yep, that's negative 10. So that would have missed. So that would have been a bull trample. And so that would have been his damage, which is 32, which kills the bear. So, William, I'll let you continue. What does it look like?
So
Bull
no soon,
tramples the bear, kills it.
once the bear is down and the bull, from the gore of the horn, the bull turns and goes back at the bears, and the bear can't even get up in time and just tramples them with blood going everywhere and broken bones, the jaws hanging off to the side, and bear doesn't get up after that. And William would look at Samson. Well, if that underdog can do it, perhaps I can. And he'll look over. About that 50 denarii. You can donate it to my name to the poor.
Samson kind of rolls his eyes as he, reaches into his coin purse and pulls out the money. Yes, it will be alms for the poor. Once again, you are too generous and too kind, Sir William.
I have lots already. The 50 denarii will go better use for those who have none.
Very true. Just remind me to stop gambling with you. It seems to be I lose almost every time.
Yes. Well, what can I say? I know how to pick them. Well, the Lord guides me how to pick them. Either or.
Perhaps it will be a lesson for Renier to basically pick whatever the opposite is of my choice.
Yes, if I gamble with you, I certainly will pick what William says.
Indeed.
I know how to pick a winner after all.
But I didn't see you picking one of the beasts.
I am preparing myself. I am focusing my attention on being ready to win today.
Focus your attention on the stables.
That is what I said.
No matter. Yes, we should all focus on something. But it might help us fight better, survive the joust longer, and maybe win a melee or two.
Yeah, with luck, we will be victorious at least in one tournament match. But I believe it is the melee where we will shine, or perhaps some sort of simulated battle where I will be the best candidate by far, I am sure.
And William, give yourself a check in gaming. And for playing, Samson, I'll let you roll gaming. If you succeed, you still get a check too.
Alrighty.
But William gets an automatic one since he won.
Bum 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 bum.
Nope. It comes out, and it's around lunchtime now. Hell yeah! I hope all of you enjoyed the fantastic beast duel to the death. A bear has quite a bit of blood, does it not? And please give our beastkeeper Grimwolf, the beastkeeper, lost his hand to that bear just one fortnight ago. If you would like to his family, he can no longer work. Please support the poor. And next, I ask for volunteers. Challenges to be issued. And they kind of look around and
He wants what? You broke up there apart. What does he want to volunteer for?
asking for challenges. So anybody that wants to challenge another person to duel or basically, if you read the rules, like this part of the tournament, anybody can challenge anybody to anything. Although the Kings have said that the rules are going to be to knock down and blunted blades, which mechanically, no permanent damage be dealt, right? So
Renier looks to his friends. Hi, do you want to challenge anyone?
I got no ill thoughts enough to challenge anybody to a duel.
Roland kind of does pull you aside, William. Hello there. Has your fantastic mind been at work? Have you found a way out of my pickle yet?
Surely I could not think past of making the lady mad at you enough that she does not want to see you. Perhaps you're already on the right track.
Sir Roland is much to be desired by most women. It's going to take more than a cold shoulder to turn Gislinda away. You know that I will be expected to challenge you, do you not?
Well, we already fight in the joust. Is this going to be a challenge too?
It's up to you, William.
Well, he wouldn't fight him. He wouldn't challenge him. He would have no reason to challenge him.
He looks pissed because he's trying to find a way out of this. You would find a way for him to save face and get out of this thing, and he just kind of stomps off. He's like, God damn it.
I mean,
Renier, as he leaves, Renee's like, oh, I was about to challenge him. I think he was scared of my skills.
yes, I could get him back here. Maybe if...
I do not want to bother the man. I could tell that he wanted to be elsewhere.
we've become quite... Well, I wouldn't say close, but we've been talking quite a bit. I can bring him back. Maybe fighting him and beating you would make her look at him different because he should have took it easy on you or something.
Or maybe the opposite. I destroy him and then she... Well, he doesn't know about the plot at all, so He just he looks at you dumbfounded. What do you mean?
Yeah, he'll kind of think about it and like, never mind. It's just something he'd asked me to do, and I'm having troubles doing it. I cannot, for the life of me, think of a way other than, yeah, never mind.
He shrugs.
I don't want to spread his business in places.
Okay. Samson, are you going to challenge anyone?
That I am. I think it will be a friendly duel of sorts between our new friend. What was the name of the guy from Bouillon? What was it? Big dude.
The big dude. Me.
Didn't start with the
Grimald
G.
Bouillon.
What was that?
Grimald, right here.
Grimald. Okay. Samson is going to, in a friendly manner, challenge Grimald to a sword fight, a melee. Mostly because he's just doing it in good nature, but also he wants to size him up as a potential ally in case there are future conflicts with the Herbeaumonts.
Grimald stands up, kind of proud across the arena. Ah, there he is! A valiant heart, Samson of Verdun. I do indeed take up your challenge. Blunted blades can still be painful and leave a bruise, though. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, I am sure the only thing that will be bruised is one's ego when it is said and done, but perhaps speak in jest, as this is a friendly contest between future neighbors, and one of friendship and not enemies.
He smiles and laughs. Okay. Roll me a 1d20 plus 10. Ooh, 17. Rich. All right, you want to read me off his stats here?
All right, when you're ready. 18, 16.
So sword 18.
Yep.
Sword 18.
It's
Lance
17.
6.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Lance 6. What did you say? Lance was 16?
16.
Okay.
Damage, 66.
Okay.
Armor, 10.
And shield, I'm sure.
Yes.
Horse damage.
66.
Hit points. Oh, that's 25.
We'll have to remember that.
Dex for a rich knight. Let me pull them up real quick. Pardon me. Creatures and opponents. Knights. Old knight, ordinary knight. He's probably old. Probably ordinary knight.
It was a rich knight on the 1d10 plus 17.
What's that?
He was a rich knight on the table.
Yeah. There's not like a little NPC for rich knight. It's ordinary. I'm trying to find what his dex is. Dex is really knockdown, right? Those are the same?
Yeah.
So that would be 13.
Wait, knockdown is size.
Size.
Yeah, that's what you have to. That's the threshold to be knocked down. Dex is what you roll to not fall.
Okay. I wonder why it doesn't have a dex stat for these dudes. It should, because they would have to make the roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah, ordinary knight on page 373. If you can find it.
That's what I'm looking at right now. Everything basically has.
I'm using most of the stats from the table, but I'm trying to find just the dex and stuff like that, and this doesn't list it.
How have we done it before?
It says all attributes. All attributes. See it?
13. Okay, so. Yep, I see that. So 13, 13. I want his damage to be 66, though. There we go. Grimold Bullion, okay. He kind of, you see him don his armor, and he kind of wades out into the arena.
He has heard that this knight is formidable, and he wants to test him, not only as a gesture of friendship, nothing quite like sparring with one another to build rapport, but also to see what kind of ally he could be if there is any serious issue with the family of Herbeaumont. So he dons his own shield, draws out his Frankish steel, and goes out to the field to meet him, and bows his head towards his opponent before they begin.
Alright. I am sorry if this leaves a mark, Samson of Verdun. Your glory precedes you. I'll try to leave you conscious after this is over.
How noble of you, Grimwald. I will only try to hurt your feelings and not your body.
Comes forward at you with his sword. Alright. Combat skills. Sword. 17.
All right.
I think this is from Rome Total War, I think this song. Oh! Partial success. Let me roll his damage. 28. Oh! 666, buddy.
Oof. So let's see. I got 16 of that taken away. And I also have to roll, I believe, my size to avoid a knockdown. Or is it dex, I mean?
It's Dex.
It's dex, yep.
This might be quick.
Oh,
You go down. What's it look like?
he hits him, and the weight of the blow is just crushing, and Samson was completely unprepared for it. And while he does bring up the shield, his footing is off, and he goes crashing to the ground.
Ah! You are skilled, Samson. I think that fortune favored me this day, though. He extends a gauntleted hand and helps you up.
He gets up, a smile on his face. Oh, you are an excellent individual to call a friend, if I may say. Well thought, Sir Grimald.
He laughs. Give yourself, or I'll give you 5 glory. You didn't win. You got 5. And once you give yourself a check in honor as well.
Alrighty.
Well, it take balls to be out here on the arena in the battlefield. Now, let us watch from the stands. Ale will help the
Indeed.
bruises, and it sounds like this evening, ere the sun sets, we will be having a wedding, am I right?
That is correct, and I will be honored if you could attend.
I will not miss it for the world, Samson de Verdun.
Then it is settled. I will be sure you have a seat of honor among the guests.
And you guys are heading out of the arena when from the crowd you hear this kind of ring out. Halt there! The games are not over. How about let's make this interesting? And the crowd kind of sees the black knights kind of coming down the steps. 2 of them fast friends, and it also seems that our houses have a bit of a score to settle. Each of you, for honor and for love.
What score do you speak of?
The due nor the second Black Knight of House Herbeaumont, kind of flips up his visor. You have had eyes on our tower for many long years. Your alliance now with Lady Rolinga only furthers our suspicion that you seek to control all of Western Ardan. But you will not take Tower Herbeaumont over our dead body. Do not believe us fools. We know that you sent slaves in to revolt. Slaves that killed my father, Samson.
It is not my fault that you are unable to control slaves. That is solely on you. We sold these men in good faith and
On
you are
guard!
unable.
Give me an awareness check, Samson. And Grimwald, you told him to keep an eye out for you too, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you make the awareness first.
Nope.
Yes. Yeah. Grimwald kind of comes over to you and he says, my new friend, look at their blades. They certainly are not blunted as ours.
He looks down, seeing it. You would duel us with unblunted blades? What kind of unchivalrous act is this?
What are you speaking of? I know no such thing. And the knights both sheathe their swords so nobody can take a look at them.
If I am speaking a falsehood, then why don't you draw your blades and let everyone see, and I will recant and apologize. If not, you would dare break hospitality rights by trying to duel us with sharpened blades? A shameful display.
Shameful display. Yep, give yourself, or I'll give you 5 glory there. Calling him out. I will do no such thing. I would rather leave the field of battle than follow your command like some dog at your heels. Let no one else call House de Herbeaumont into question. Samson of Verdun. And you as well, Grimwald. Grimwald spits onto the ground.
Maybe if you were better at taking orders, you would be better at issuing them to slaves and you would not have had a rebellion, huh?
As they leave the field, I'm going to see if there's a boo sound. There's not a boo sound, but as they leave the field. Ooh. Yeah, the Black Knights leave, kind of disgraced. And I say, like, in mechanic terms, they would both lose, like, a couple honor, right? And as you guys do finally leave the field, everybody cheers you on. And Grimwald raises your gauntlets in the air, Samson. To Samson of Verdun, keen of eye, not to be fooled by these charlatans.
And he kind of appreciates it, and he leans into Sir Grimwald and goes, I owe you for that. I will be sure to be more aware of our surroundings, for it seems they have it out for both of us.
Indeed. Stay by my side. I expect more devilry from these bastards of Herbeaumont.
Without a doubt, I will be much more aware. Perhaps next time it will be a knife in the back instead of a sharpened blade under the guise of sportsmanship.
Indeed. But for now, let us make merry. There are only but a few hours before the jousting tournaments, and we may yet meet again upon the field.
Good luck to you, sir. And with that, Samson kind of heads off to his friends to, see how they're doing and tell them, what they saw, and that it appears that these two have it out for me and my family and Lady Rolinga. I fear there will be bloodshed before this May feast is over.
Well, if they dare to do that, then perhaps we should respond in kind when they do appear to challenge you.
We will see how the feast proceeds, and if they try anything unscrupulous or unchivalrous, we will expose them, and hopefully they will be punished accordingly in whatever manner, be it by blade or by decree by the Duke and Count for their misgivings.
Agreed.
Be careful, if you meet them in the tournament, they could try something untoward.
I completely agree. That is why I made friends with Sir Grimwald, and I am already friends with you. We will be able to pay attention and ensure that the blades remain dulled.
The herald kind of comes out. Very well. All of you enjoy and dinner. Fine wine from the Rhine Valley shall be served. And in 1 hour, jousts. Move on to the jousting.
Mm-hmm. How long does being in passion last for this?
Lasts for a day, I think. Or the scene or whatever, so. If you want to impassion yourself, you can do it.
Yeah,
Not for jousting, I'll save it.
William will impassion himself for jousting.
I'm going to wait for the melee.
We could get
Done,
both,
that's it.
if you do it now, if it lasts for a day.
If the joust and the melee are both today, yeah, I'll try and passion myself.
Whoops. Oh. I hit the wrong thing.
There you go.
Passions. What am I good at? I don't even know. Yeah.
I need all I can get.
Yeah.
You should be doing prayer rolls, goddamn.
Yeah, he just doesn't pray. I don't understand how Love Charlemagne is a prayer, too. I don't know.
Because Charlemagne's the representative of the Lord in this game.
That's right. You guys are all impassioned?
Impassioned, and some of us have prayers with him.
Oh, yeah. Y'all doing the jousting?
Yep.
Yes.
Passions are +5, right?
Yes.
Now, before William jousts with Roland, he would try to find him to give him his word of advice about Lady Gislinda.
Yep. Go ahead.
And he would approach him. Roland, I've thought of a few ideas. I'll let you choose which one's best. I do have a preference of which one I would think best. But number one in my idea would be to tell her the truth. That you can't be interested because your responsibilities carry you elsewhere. But, of course, then there's other ones where if you call her by the wrong name, perhaps she'll get mad enough and leave you alone. But again, I think if you're just even keel with her, you'll save face and have a friend. All
right. I'm gonna roll honest. Fucking lie.
Either way, you can't go wrong, especially if you call her the wrong name or constantly bring other female acquaintances around. She would get jealous and mad and perhaps leave you alone.
Indeed, I love Oliver's sister, and I do not want to divert Gislinda's wrath onto her. The hell with it. I know how to piss a woman off. I have done it a time or two over these last few years, and I have reputation to spare.
Well, perhaps I couldn't have been a great help as hopefully I inspired something for you. But I do look forward to our joust.
Well, if I can sit atop a horse, you may meet me on the battlefield, but I may indeed be passed out behind one of the tents. I intend to make a fool of myself with the drink. Of course, I am known for being reckless. No one will think twice of it.
Well, perhaps you should wait till after the joust.
Or embarrass myself now. We shall see. Let's see how prudent he is. Oh, he's gonna just get fucked up.
That might help you.
He goes. So what's happening is, he has reputation to burn, if that makes sense, right? So he's like, he starts to get all fucked up, and he's bragging about how he's gonna beat everybody. He just keeps drinking more and more. And he gets drunk to the point where he can, just starts making fun of Gislinda. And out to, in the feast hall or whatever, he's like, "You are indeed beautiful, my lady. At too steep of a price. I will be 80 years old before I can put myself in you." And everybody just is like, "Oh no." And your brother! Your brother! Nephew is cursed. He will not only be marrying you, but he will be marrying that demon who will be always hovering over your shoulder. And finally she just says, "Roland, I should have known your reputation. Be gone from here. I never want to see thy face again, handsome though it may be." And she runs out crying. He runs crying out of the feast hall, and Roland just downs the rest of his drink and passes out.
Well, now some poor soul on the jousting field will get all the all the bonuses against him.
Are you guys doing anything?
Other than preparing for the joust, that
Gislinda is kind of whimpering in the corner if you want to talk to her, and if you want to swoop in.
It's the best time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, William, of course, would try to console her a little bit, but also not trying to step on Roland's toes at the same time.
Is that how you cry? Like a dog.
William would walk up to Gislinda. "Ah, my lady, what seems to be the problem?"
That oaf of a man, Roland. I was about to give him my heart. Think about it. I am but a naive, hapless girl. Unworldly though I am, I do not know the way of men. I should have seen it coming a mile away, William. Roland is not like you. You have a reputation for chastity and godliness. He has a reputation of being dastardly and a womanizer. You keep your distance from women, so I hear.
Yes. Temptation is one thing. The other, I guess you could say I'm waiting for the right one.
She kind of looks up at you. Roll your app.
Failure all around. This is F's not a skill, so I don't get the bonus. Almost.
So close.
No, you're not hideous. You're almost handsome. Roll romance then. No bonuses.
Oh man, this is gonna be
Well,
worse.
well, you do get your glory bonus. You get your glory bonus. Horrible bonus.
This is gonna be horrible.
20.
Fumble.
No,
Not quite a fumble.
you're still friend zoned. But because of your kindness, just mark down your sheet. Next time you do it with her, you get a +2.
Gotcha.
I appreciate the shoulder to cry on, William.
Ah,
You are a man of God and a good friend.
yes. Well, that's something about seeing a lady cry that makes me want to help. Then again, I like to help people of all circumstances. But rest assured, there are plenty of other fish in the sea.
Indeed. And she kind of stands up and like holds out her arm as she expects you to escort her back to the tournament. Now then, I shall put on a brave face and face the world.
Ah,
Take my arm, William. I shall be glad to be seen in your company.
yes. And he'll open his arm to take her arm and escort her back to the tournament area. In full view of everyone.
You go back. And okay. And the jousting tournament shall begin shortly. All right. Here's the bracket. Tristan Amon of Beaumont is a Bouillon is actually Grimald. I'm gonna change his name to Tristan. We'll just retcon that because I think his name is supposed to be Tristan.
The guy that beat me is Tristan.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a family Amon. There you go. Tristan Amon de Bouillon. That's the guy that beat you. There you go. Samson, it looks like you're matched with him.
Yes, sir.
First round. William, you're against the Black Knight. Renier, you're against Elmer de Cavigny. And there's two Black Knights who are against each other on this side of the bracket. All right, who wants to go first?
Start at the top. Ugh.
Is that what your passion?
That was with my bonus.
Oh,
Yeah, my
No.
you
my
almost
lance
fumbled.
is trash.
Even
Jousting.
is better.
Jousting lances break fairly easily. They break at any time an odd number is rolled on any successful attack and on a fumble. Does yours break?
Mm-mm.
Nope, you're 18. Damage is handled differently from other combat. In a joust, the loser is simply knocked from his horse. No chance for a dex roll allowed. The loser takes 1d6 from the fall, but no other damage from a success. A critical success with jousting lance, however, does normal horse damage, as if it was a strike with a real lance. Damage in this special case is resolved normally. Check for knockdowns, wounds, etc. Ooh, not good. Let's see what happens
Yeah,
on.
don't get critted.
Let's see what happens on the first pass. Lance, right?
Yes.
Come on, miss.
Boom. What does that look like? His lance breaks, but knocks you down.
As they go down the lane, Samson's lance is wavering and goes wide right while the lance of Tristan strikes true, rocking Samson back, knocking him from his horse. So
Tristan
I take
advances.
1d6 damage.
Yeah. The crowd kind of he kind of comes back over you and hops down off his horse, and again he kind of lowers his gauntleted hand. We meet again on the battlefield, and again, the better man is the victor. I jest, Samson. Up upon your feet. Samson de Verdun! An honorable man! He kind of calls you out and gives you props.
Samson returns the kindness to Sir Tristan, both deadly with a blade and a lance, a champion of unequaled renown.
You only get 5 glory.
And I think you can mark your wins and losses on your sheet too.
Yep.
Yes. For posterity.
Yeah. Gonna go.
0-1.
0-1,000,000.
0-1. William, you're against Quatrenor de Herbeaumont. You're against one of the Black Knights, dude.
Good, good. Let's hope for a quit, and I'll start killing them in a tournament. All right.
We gotta roll him on the see what his stats are. Roll on this one, and for the jousting tournament, it's going to be 1d20 plus 5.
You want me to roll 1d20 plus 5?
Yep. $12. That's pretty good for you.
What is
Yeah.
that for?
12.
That's the type of knight you're fighting.
It's
Oh.
rich knight, but his skills aren't as good as the other ones.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. So you want to read me his stats real quick here?
I didn't have the thing pulled up.
It's 18, 16.
No, he rolled a 12.
You rolled 12.
Oh, I'm sorry.
15, 13.
It's 15, 13.
All right, hang on.
Four-
So sword 15.
Yeah.
Lance is only 13. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Damage 4d6.
Okay.
Armor 10. Yes. Shield.
Okay.
Rouncy 4d6. Or excuse me, Charger 66. My bad.
Okay. Wait till it's 94. Dex is 13. All right. Roll me your lance, buddy.
Phew. Okay.
Holy
Well,
crap.
it's not a crit.
32.
My bonuses.
Man, you're good with the lance.
Well, that 10 for praying.
Yep, plus the 5. from the
Par-
attachment.
That's a partial success. Your lance breaks, but I believe you knock him down. You knock him off, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't do no dex roll or nothing, right?
No. Nope. He takes 1d6 damage. So 3.
Yeah, and William would ride past him on the ground. Think of that next time, Biff, you disrespect one of my friends.
Ooh.
Burn.
Give yourself a check on proud. What do you think would be proud, or maybe it would be
Just?
cruel? Vengeful.
Vengeful.
Yeah, give yourself a check on vengeful.
Yeah, he's happy to be vengeful.
He kind of stands up. The day is still young. He kind of storms off of the field. And I'm going to put you, William. You advance. You're going to be against Tristan next round, it seems.
Hope I don't crit.
All right. Renee.
Yeah. 1d, or I'm sorry, 1d20 plus 5, right?
Yep. 9?
9.
Ah, you guys are real low.
I'm still terrible. I'll let you know the stats when you're ready.
This Chavigny guy here. Oops. Me. Elmer.
Elmer.
All right, what's the stats?
14, 12.
Whoa. Okay.
Damage is 5d6. Armor is
All right.
6, yes. On a charger.
So it's 6. Okay. William, you get 10 glory. I'll add that to you for your win.
Awesome.
All right. Roll your lance against Elmer.
Oh wow.
If you get a victory, you get to roll in the hay.
Oh, any victory? I thought I had to win the whole thing.
Oh no.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
So his lance shatters on your shield, and what's it look like as you knock him off?
Renier is possessed by some otherworldly
Lust.
spirit, and he jousts like he's never jousted before, dips underneath the guy's shield and hits him right in the middle of the chest and knocks him off. And as he kind of like comes back, he's got his like lance and shield in the air, and he's like pumping him in the air like he's has won everything, won the whole thing. He's just so happy.
And that was without your impassion too.
No, I put it on there.
It says +0.
No, a
I see
13
it.
plus 5.
Yeah, I see it. Wow.
Oh man.
Damn good.
So Ermeline, Ermeline, where is Ermeline? Where's her token? Can't find it. She's banging some other dude.
Is she underneath the bracket or something?
You just need to find a model that you can see her backside.
She's underneath the whole bracket, Ted.
She's underneath. She's underneath the bleachers.
Everybody's on top of her.
Getting railed.
I was waiting
she's
for you in the stables.
Right. Yeah, and as you knock him off, she stands up and she like throws out flower petals as you walk off the field. What does that look like?
As he passes her, he gives like a very flourish bow, with his helmet in one hand and his shield in the other.
And Du wins. Du Noir. Du hast me. So you're going to be facing Du Noir, de Herbeaumont. All right, Tristan and William.
Oh man. Oof.
Tristan kind of as he gets on his horse and like he goes to grab his lance, he rides past you. Friend of Samson, may we do battle in a most honorable fashion, unlike these black knights have marred the honor of this very tournament.
Yes. At least we will be honorable. And of course, there will be some glory involved, I'm sure. I look forward to jousting with you. You seem to be quite the contender.
Renier get 10, by the way. I forgot to add
That's
it.
what I was gonna say. Don't forget my honor. Or my glory, I mean.
I just added it. All right. Tristan spurs up his horse. There's dirt flying behind the horse. He boom, 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 boom. Barrels down at you, William, with his lance.
Yeah, William with spur and his horse would rise up a little bit and then start trotting down the list.
Oh!
God dang it.
No, it's good.
I know.
No,
I don't
he
want to kill this guy.
Oh, you just get... Oh, yeah, because you crit really easy. You're going to kill me, aren't you? I'm going to win, and then you're going to kill me. I know how this is gonna go.
Go.
No crit.
Whew. You're gonna kill
His-
Renier.
Tell me what
Yeah,
it looks like
exactly.
as his lance shatters.
So, as we approach William, of course, is aiming for the weak spots that he could get, but he sees he's well guarded, and they collide, and William feels the impact on the shield and almost flinches and takes his eye off the target, but hits Tristan's shield as well. And as he feels the impact hit, he sees Tristan rise out of the saddle and to the ground. And
Crashes to the ground, yeah.
he'll of course get off and show him the same respect that he showed Samson, and show him that he is a friend and an ally, and help him up.
Ah, Samson's friend is skilled indeed with the lance. Blood's kind of trickling from his mouth from the fall. He accepts your help up.
I do hope you're all right. But there was a head of a joust.
Yeah, my skull is a little bit shaken, but otherwise I'll survive.
Well, we are both victors here today. And he'll raise Tristan's gauntlet up in the air with his.
You. All right, Renier and Do.
Come on, Renee.
No, I don't. I want to lose now.
I can't remember if Do's the one that I rolled the stats for already. Nope. So D20 plus 5.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
13.
You want to read me the stats?
Yep. 16, 14.
Right here. Sword 16.
14.
Lance 14.
And let's see. 5d6 damage. 6 yes. Round C.
What's a round? Is that 4?
Yep.
Well, that's good if he crits you.
Yep.
Points. Here we go. Lance rolls.
I missed. We both missed.
Both of our lances break, so what does that look like?
Yeah, we're charging and both our lances break off each other's shield on the first pass. This is the second this is the first joust with the second pass, so everybody's like, ooh.
Ooh.
And I reach down as my squire hands me my next lance. I turn around and kick the charger, my new charger, into a gallop forward.
Bloom, 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 bloom. Do I have horses running? Let me see if I have horses running. I think I have horses running.
Oh, baby.
There you go.
Oh, man, this is not going to go well.
12? 12 is good.
No, I don't want to win. I'm going to get killed next round.
You won't die, you'll just take a shit ton of damage.
You won't be going to the stables.
Yeah, I'll be going to the infirmary instead. Yeah.
That's it. You got it. You got him.
Yeah.
You got him.
Yeah.
You got
Renier is filled with this vigor of life, and he kind of leans to the side, and the other combatant's lance, kind of ricochets off the top of his shield, and his hits true underneath his arm, sending him spinning off his horse.
Man, who would have thunk it?
He falls off, right? 1d6.
Falls off.
6. Oh!
And Renier realized it's one of the guys that was giving Samson problems, and he kind of just gallops his horse around him, kicking up the dust over top of him after he knocks him off.
Oh. That's not really vengeful. Is there one that's like rude?
Arbitrary? Maybe? I don't know. No. Not really.
Cruel, maybe.
Maybe cruel, yeah.
Give yourself a check in cruel.
Okay. He hands...
Everybody cheers though, because these guys have a bad reputation. You know what? Don't give yourself a check in cruel.
Okay.
So I think the crowd loves it.
What's the opposite of humble?
Proud.
Proud.
Yeah. Well,
He
he
gives
is
a
going to
proud
do.
if you want to give yourself
He
proud.
does do. He stands. They probably don't have stirrups at this time, but he leans back in the saddle and puts his arms up and like gives into the crowd. You know, tries to get the crowd like all into it. Waves his hands in the air.
That's my Samson! Herbeaumont shouts out. That's my.
Damn
not
right he
Samson.
does. Damn right.
He
man,
gallops.
turn it off.
He gallops over to William and says, "Ah, I did not expect to be here."
But I'm proud you are. You were so down on yourself. Now look at you. You're almost a champion. Perhaps you will be champion.
Perhaps you are quite good with the lance.
Well, apparently you are as well.
Ah, it is that God has blessed me this day.
Yes, he has.
Wants
Perhaps
to
you
see
are.
me in the stables, I think.
Oh, I think you've earned your right there. She seems pretty excited, throwing flower petals and everything everywhere.
He nods and smiles, and he's like, "Well then, let us see who will win the day."
Yes, and he'll hold out his arm to shake his arm, of course.
He,
The herald kind of comes up. And now our two final combatants. Two skilled warriors from the Duchy of Ardon. Renier, Legree, and Sir William of Ardon. May God's love be with you. Fight!
He shakes William's hand and gallops back over to his side of the lane, and Squire hands him a lance, puts his helmet on, makes sure his gorget is nice and secure, so when he gets critted, he doesn't get stabbed in the throat.
Did you say a prayer, Renier?
I did not.
You could do prayer of mortal peril if you would like.
What does that do?
So I'll put it up on
It's
here.
a minus. You get a minus to your prayer roll.
Oh God, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Prayer of mortal peril is yes -2, but you can do it like right then and there.
Like
And
right
then-
before I get hit, you mean?
Yeah, like right before you like something unexpected.
I guess we'll see if I need it.
And it's another one -1 for ordinary place, right?
Yep.
On an ordinary day, another -1.
Yeah.
-4. Yeah, you might not want to do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
You go first. See how bad it's gonna be.
Oh, you might get it. Maybe I'll roll low.
1. Yeah, roll a 1.
Kill him right before he's about to get laid.
Don't roll an 8. That's all I'm saying, or higher. Yep. I need to crit too, basically somehow. No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't even matter. Well, I don't know what happens if we both
It's-
crit.
No,
tie.
I'd just say it's tie.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta roll a crit then. Let's see if it happens. Nope.
No.
All right.
We
So
knew
let's
this was
see.
coming.
Jousting. Let me put it back up.
No, that doesn't matter. Well, it's all like normal damage. now.
Blah, blah.
Does normal horse damage. Damage
As
is
if it was a
special.
strike with a real rant. So
So 36
normally.
damage, yeah.
My horse, yeah. My horse is...
Minus 16, so that's 20.
Yeah, my horse's damage is 6.
Yeah. So 20 damage is what I take.
Yep, and then 1d6 from the fall.
Well, let's see if I fall. Because I get to roll dex, yeah?
Yep.
And I get a +5 to that, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yep. If you don't fall off, you're still in the joust.
Oh, I don't want to be. Holy shit. Well, I did not fall off.
You can
Or maybe
that
I fell off and just didn't get hurt. I don't know, from the fall.
You can role play it how you want, I guess.
God.
Or you just be too hurt to continue.
Well, 20 damage is a major wound, isn't it? Sure
You
it is.
got record
Probably
wounds.
for you.
Let's see. Well, I should have rolled size first, yeah? I think. Because to even...
I don't think you have to roll it. I think it's just...
Oh,
You
it's
just
got to
gotta-
be over it? It
Yeah.
wasn't,
Yeah.
actually.
The damage?
Oh, the damage was, yeah. Okay. So that is well above half my hit points.
Your major wound is 11. Your major wound is 11.
Yeah. That's 1-4. I'm knocked out though. Yeah.
You're
'cause
knocked
I
out?
have
So I would
1/4
say
of my
you-
hit points. Yeah.
I would say you would fall off then at that point.
Or maybe I just slump over in my saddle or something. I don't know.
And then the squire retrieves the horse, yeah.
Okay, so tell me what that looks
Yeah.
like
Go ahead,
now.
Sim. You go ahead.
I don't know. I want to hear from your perspective.
I would say, so they come forward and, as they're coming forward, Renier tries to bring his shield up a bit, and what happens is he kind of knocks William's lance up, and it just ricochets off his shield and dents his shield, and as it does, his head whips back, and as they pass, he slumps forward, kind of onto the neck of the horse, and his squire rushes out and keeps him from falling off, and kind of like pulls him off the horse as Renier is completely unconscious.
Yeah, William, after trying not to really hurt his friend, sees his lance hits high in the shield and skate upwards. As he passes, he slows his horse down. Doesn't celebrate his victory, of course. He turns around because he knows it's going to be a bad hit, and he rides his horse quickly over towards Renier and helps hold him up until the squire can get there and pull him down, and then he help him.
Yeah, he's out.
He'll try to bring him around.
I think you have to mark Chichargery too, right?
Yes.
You kind of hear the herald. Hello! I'm the Ardennes champion. Physician. Please attend to Sir Renier Legris.
Yeah, as a physician attends, William will hope for the best for his friend and return to the jousting area.
I'd say you regain consciousness at least at some point, Renier.
Yeah, he's just kind of out of it.
Yeah. So let's fast forward like an hour, and like you guys are in your tents, and William maybe visits Renier. William, you're wearing like a garland of roses about your neck.
Yeah, he would, when he gets the garland of roses and stuff, he'd ride over and hand it to Gislinda just to make an impression.
Oh, you're a champ?
The champ's here, baby.
Give me
Killed my
romance.
friend.
Romance plus 10. Oh, it's a plus 12, actually.
Well, I rolled a 1, so it's good.
Oh, she falls in love with you. Tell me what happens.
So yeah, as he rides up after seeing to his friend and returning back and receiving the garland and kneeling in front of the two kings and his duke, he'll walk over and adorn Gislinda with the garland of roses and say, well, hopefully your day will be better now.
So,
as you-
William, this was most unexpected. Roland is withering away in a drunken stupor while you take his title. No doubt if you met him on the field of battle, you would have bested him. I have no doubt. And look at you. I've misjudged you so many years, William.
Well, no doubt Sir Roland might have beaten me. I will take nothing away from him. But, well, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover, I guess.
Yes, indeed so. Please, accompany this evening to the wedding.
I should be honored. It would surely be my pleasure. And he'll, of course, speak some nice words and then go visit his friend Renier. Renier, I'm glad to see you awake.
I gotta figure out how bad I am.
You're not fighting anytime soon.
Yeah, is my head caved in or what?
It's up to you.
Yeah, no,
Definitely got a king.
he's got like a wrap over his forehead, and he looks very glazy eyes. Oh yes, I miscalculated a bit, I think.
Yes. It's just a luck chance that I didn't strike lower on the shield like I was hoping to. But surely you get to look forward to the stables, right? Perhaps that to get you going.
What's the stables? I do not remember.
Oh, that's so bad.
But surely you do remember Ermeline in the stables.
No, what is she doing there?
Well, of course she's waiting for you. He'll look around to see if see who else is around. Is his sister there?
Probably just Samson.
Samson, surely he remembered the stables. He's been looking forward to it all day.
Just remember riding my horse and being hit in the head by your lance. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, good Lord. Well, somebody should go get her from the stables. Maybe she will come here and comfort him.
Is he ready for that kind of comfort?
Surely she is to be his lady. She should
She
learn how to
is?
comfort.
She's to be my lady.
Yes, you won in some of the matches.
I did?
Yes. That's how you came to fight me. You're almost champion.
I do not believe this. Stop saying this. You are making me feel very bad about myself. I lost in the first round to you, no doubt. What happened to Roland? I thought you were supposed to fight him.
I don't know. Apparently he got drunk. But yes, you fought the Deuce nor the Herbert. You beat him, and then you faced me in this for the championship. And you beat Elmer de
Chavigny.
Chavigny. You beat Elmer de Chavigny. So
Elmer de Glue.
yes, now he makes glue for a living.
What is glue?
I don't know.
He's completely out of it.
Samson, I feel so bad.
Why did you have to do that? You are good with a lance. You could have moved it slightly to the left or right at the last moment.
I don't know. I think I seen his shield go up and as it hit.
Well, we will get a Shagurgan in here and he will take care of them. For the meantime, we should go to the stable and bring his second place prize to him. Hopefully he will be in a more accommodating mood when we get back.
Yes, yes. And hopefully she ain't in a position that we don't want to see. We shall be back, Renier, with your lady. I'm telling you, this is your soon-to-be lady.
I did not know I had a lady. Thank you.
Yes, you won twice in the tournament. Surely you
The
don't.
prize was a lady?
Well,
That
if
is
you
an
won
awkward
once,
prize?
she wrote you a love letter. She said if you won once, that she'd beat you in the stable so you could plunge your lance into you.
My lance? She wants to joust me.
Aye. We shall return with her. She'll explain it, I'm sure.
Oh Lord, help me.
Oh, you will get all the help you need soon enough.
William would pat his friend on the shoulder and, well, to the stables and get the shirt again and get them right as ready for the wedding.
Oh yes, I can't wait to dance at your wedding.
And he's going to the stables to find the Ermeline.
Both William and
Okay.
Samson.
As you walk in, she's basically has a big fur like covering her, laying on the hay with nothing else on. And as you open the door, she's like, Renier, you've recovered so swiftly.
And as William and Samson walk in, William goes to be like, my lady, please
She's
be
like,
covered.
"Ah!" She's like, she grabs herself and like covers herself up. She jumps up. There's hay falling from the fur. Legree, I know he suffered an injury, but is he okay?
Unfortunately, he doesn't remember much. And he may need your comforting, along with that Jurgen. He's quite ill-disposed at the moment.
He may not have his wits about him, lady, but his body is strong and healthy. I am sure your company will help him get out of this stupor that he is in.
Bring me to him. I would tend his wounds, and she does her best to maintain her dignity. And
But perhaps you would like more clothes than that fur.
Samson will turn away while she dresses herself, being chivalrous.
Would she wait for them to turn away?
I don't know what that
You're
chase
here.
for, maybe not.
Time for the split roast.
let me see here. You guys are disgusting. This is a make believe. This is make believe, and you just want to see some make believe tits.
Negative. William does not.
Her chase is 4. Okay, NPC roller skill.
Oh no. My love, don't do it.
No.
So
She hops up and just gets dressed in front of you.
yeah, William would follow Samson's lead in turn after they see the full view of.
But would you? Since you pushed me into it, I'll make you guys roll too.
I'll pass this roll.
Roll chased.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Change your chase.
What am I supposed to?
Give yourself a lustful. Give yourself a lustful, Samson.
I would check lustful.
Check lustful.
What is this under? I can't find it.
It's under personality
traits.
So despite
You gotta just
his
sneak a peek.
chastity,
You know you're gonna be stuck with an old woman, so you're like, this is the last time I get to see some titties.
yeah, he pretends that he dropped something and he like turns to pick it up. And he just like does the accidental look up and then just like continues to stare.
William would nudge him.
And he's like, hamana. But then eventually turns back around after memorizing every bit of her.
Give yourself a check and chase there, Sim.
I got tears coming out of my eyes.
Yeah.
She does leave after she's clothed and goes to Renier's tent, and she helps tend his wounds.
William, of course, would ask Samson, so did you get a good enough look?
I will be painting that figure later. If you want to know what it looked like, stop by, and it will haunt your dreams forever.
Oh, I've seen it, because she got done. She dropped the furs before I could turn away. But I don't know. You seem to have to pick up something awfully long. Was it
Yes,
your jaw?
I dropped my coin purse and had to pick it up.
Ah, that'll explain it. It took you a long time to
It took
pick it up. Must have
it
been
took me
heavy.
a while. It took me a while. I thought there was someone behind her, and I had to make sure before I eventually stood up and turned away. And it turns out that it was just her in the hay.
Ah, good, good. I'm sure Renier would be glad that you're looking out for his love interest.
We will just pretend that this did not happen, and when he gets his wits back about him, we will just say we retrieved her and brought her to the tent.
Yes, yes. Along with the church, we got to go find one to help Lady Ermeline tend to our friend.
Indeed.
So that'd be the next stop. Would be to pick up the healer, drop him off, and then proceed with life.
Do you want to do a treachery roll for the healer?
Me?
I guess we can do that.
Yeah, sure.
So his stats going to be 1d 10 plus 10.
I'll roll that.
Healer he is.
Okay.
So 14.
Oh,
So he needs
I'll
to
take
do,
yours.
Yeah, I'll take, yeah. So 17.
And then I rolled 14.
So-
That's the roll, right?
Yeah.
No, I'll just, I gotta roll d20. D20? Yeah.
Yep. This is for the healer. 3. Yep. So some physician, a fairly well trained physician who has looked after Charlemagne at Aachen, does come to your side, Renier. The beautiful Lady Ermeline is kind of cleansing your wounds over your brow, and he says, "Have a shaken brain. You have any nausea, my boy?
Yes.
How many fingers am I holding up?"
3 fingers.
And he holds you a piece of something to read. Read this to me.
I cannot see the words very well.
It is even worse than I thought. He has a brain injury, Lady Adeline. Shall be on bed rest for a fortnight nearly. It is possible he may never fully recover and become an invalid. Fully one half of young men with this injury also lose their ability to sire children. He's just really playing it up to Ermeline. She stays by your side, though.
Yeah. Do I need to what do I need to do for like wounds and stuff? Do I need to take
I'd have to look it up,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay.
We can do it next session or
Yeah,
something.
that's fine.
All right, you want to move to the weddings? You probably can't go to the wedding, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's laying in his tent, not able to dance.
The one thing he was so good at.
Yeah.
All right, you guys should be able to see this.
Yep.
First wedding of the night is King Charlemagne to Desiderata of Lombardy, Archbishop Turpin presiding over the proceedings. They say their vows and swear loyalty and love to one another. Then afterwards, they take communion from the bishop, and everybody in attendance gives a shout of the church. Afterwards, the Archbishop turns up and It is not only our kingship who is being wed tonight. The Lord doth also smile upon the graces of Lady Rolinga and the valiant young man she has chosen to take as her husband. And he looks down the aisle, and you can kind of tell me what looks like as you and Rolinga go down the aisle.
Samson leads Lady Rolinga down the aisle, perhaps arm in arm, in his most expensive finery that he's acquired over the last 2 years of his rich lifestyle. Very well crafted and embroidered, equally so with Lady Rolinga. Not expecting to see the pearl necklace on her neck, but nevertheless, despite the age difference, they seem to each have a taste for the finer things in life. And as they come down, they kneel before the Archbishop, ready to exchange the vows, entering into matrimony.
Lady Rolinga says her vows to you. Do you have anything special to say to her before you tie the knot?
He gives, what would be expected to honor and defend her and uphold the vows they say to each other on this day, and till death do they part.
I'll give you a chance to check eloquence. Roll eloquence for me.
Nice.
Oh, nice. What do you say to make the entire... This is... Whatever you say, like, everybody present will be like, man, that guy's smooth. I like that guy. He's a real leader. I'll keep an eye on him. What do you say?
He talks about commitment and how it's never easy, but then the things that are right, the things that are moral, are not easy, which is what makes them the trials and tribulations of life. And that's what truly separates those in the world. The moral do the right thing, not because it is easy, but because it is hard, because it is challenging, and ultimately more rewarding. And he vows to do all of those things with Lady Rolinga.
Just whatever your name.
Whatever her name is.
You know her name.
Yeah, I know her name.
And before he pronounces you man and wife, he goes and serves you communion, the body of Christ. The blood of Christ. He hands you a goblet of wine. Give me an awareness at -5, Samson.
Oh, no.
Now, do I get +5 because I'm not helmeted, which is in the book, so it evens out? Uh-huh.
Sure.
No, I'll just do my... Okay, you want me to balance it out?
Yeah.
Nah, it didn't matter either way.
Okay.
Tristan is helping you, so he will roll. This is at a... I want you to do it at a -10, so it's going to be a -5, William. And so he's going to be a -5 too. Oh, he got it.
-5.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would I get my bonuses since it's a skill check?
No, not yet. Not still.
Oh, okay. Let's have a check. Ooh.
You didn't. But your new friend. You have the wine to your lips. And your new friend sees somebody scurrying away from where they keep the wine. And he sees somebody scurrying away that drops a file of something on the floor. And because everybody's quiet, he hears a clatter. And Tristan runs past you, Samson, and knocks the wine out of your hands. Stop! It's poison!
Samson, clearly confused, he goes, "How can you tell? What do you mean? Answer for this."
The person who was scurrying away from behind the altar kind of turns to you. In his hand, you see a crossbow, and he fires it directly at you, Samson. Hits. I'm guessing you have no armor on at your wedding. 17 damage.
No. I assume there's no dodge or equal
Nope.
action, so no.
Nope. After he does a boom, he runs out of the wedding. One of the officiants says, "After him! Stop that man!" What does it look like, though, as you get struck by a bolt in the chest or the gut or whatever?
Yeah, as he looks up, seeing the assassin, he doesn't have time to react as the hand crossbow comes out and the bolt hits him square in the chest, and he kind of looks down, and that is more than half of his health. So that'd take 27. So that would be a major wound, and he just kind of like looks down at the bolt and puts his hand up to it before falling down.
Lady Rolinga like puts her hand over it, like your blood's like spilling over her hands. "Oh, my lord!"
William would immediately give chase.
And so would Tristan. Good thing you made this guy your buddy.
Yeah, right?
All right, William, what does it look like as you roll out of the church? Because as soon as you leave the church, kind of on horses, waiting, is Dew and the assassin. They both jump up on horses, and they just like head off down the street, just going as fast as they can.
So as he sees him, William, of course, would shout out, "Don't you dare fight like honorable men. You gotta be cowards. I'll fight the both of you." And he'd run. I don't know if he'd get to his horse quick.
Yeah, and the Archbishop says, "Anyone here from House Herbeaumont? You are under arrest." And like there's a couple like nobles that probably weren't even in on the plot, but they are all just taken under custody. And the scene switches, and you have Tristan and William outside the church chasing this assassin, and one of the knights down the street. Tristan and William maybe hop on some horses that are there or something, right?
Yeah.
Yep. They both kind of they take out their swords, kind of looking back behind them as you kind of charge after them. Give me horsemanship, William.
Ooh, that's a common skill.
You catch him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he immediately, as soon as he's able to, start swinging.
20 is a fumble, right?
Yeah, 20 is a fumble.
Oh yeah, you catch up to both of them, and you guys both get a free hit on both of them. So, William, I'll let you go first and kind of role play what it looks like.
Yeah, so he'd be riding up with Tristan at his side. They're bobbing and weaving around buildings and people, and I'm sure they don't care if they run over people, but William does. But trying to catch up to them is to avenge his friend and bring him into custody or kill him on the spot. And as he draws close enough, he sees them. As they turn a corner, they make a mistake, and William and Tristan are able to catch up. And of course, he'd go right for the knight with a sword.
Hey! For House Herbeaumont! Kill them both!
You should be taking a quick journey to hell, coward.
And Tristan kind of calls out to you, "Ah! Friend of Samson, you do your friends well. And these bandits back to hell."
Yes. On the fastest horse possible, of course.
Alright, roll sword.
Oh, Lord.
Oh. Full sword. That's a hit. 19.
Didn't he get a free hit, or is that his miss?
He still has... It's just unopposed. He just missed, though.
Oh.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
William's gonna die in the street.
Knocked me
Towards
out,
the
so I
assassin.
can't help you.
19, 10, 9. And he has to make dex. And he stays on his horse. Tristan is at the assassin, and the assassin is quite wounded right now. He's at half. Not less than half, so he's going to take a -5. And William, you catch up to the Black Knight, and now he turns on you, and now you're kind of sword against sword. Yep.
All right. Well, that was your roll? Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Well, he has. Yep. So that's a partial success.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And, of course, I'm not armored.
that's 2 6s. So your shield is degraded by 2 points.
Would he even have his shield with him?
I guess it's no, it would not be.
No.
Nope. Oh, you know what? This assassin wouldn't have armor either. All right, this assassin would not have armor.
I take the full 17, right? Now, if it ties my knockdown, do I have the roll, or does it have to beat my knockdown?
You have to roll.
Okay. Yep, I fell off my horse.
1d6 damage, bypasses armor.
I don't have armor.
Yep, it's 1d6 damage in addition then.
Fuck, so that's 17. 21.
So it would look like as you're knocked off by the...
Yeah, it looks like a lot, because I take a major wound, because it's over my con. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan. 17. He's at -10. And Tristan damage, hopefully kills him. Boom. He kills this dude. Just rolls past him and opens up his throat, spilling his blood. The assassin falls down to the street dead. If he rolls over towards you, William, and what are you doing? You're on the ground. Are you unconscious?
Yeah, he's unconscious. I'm at, because 1/4 of 31 would be, why am I drawing a blank here?
You're at 31.
No, I'm at 11.
You're at 11. And you started at 31.
Yeah,
though.
so I started at 31, so I'm at 11. I'm not unconscious. I'm just above a quarter.
Yeah. You'd be at I think at 7 or 8 probably.
7. Yeah, it'd be, if you round up, it's 8 is my unconscious point.
Okay.
So he's still conscious. Yeah, it says it on my sheet, of course.
Yep. So you see Tristan kind of wheel around and bear down on you guys. He rolls past the knight. The knight turns to him since he's still mounted. Knight ignores you. So he's going to swing at the knight with 3. The knight is down to a -5. He has to take a -5. Ooh. Knight wins, right? Yep.
Yeah, Deuce wins.
Wins. 18 damage. And Tristan's unarmored, unfortunately.
Seems
That sucks.
Seems to be the flavor of the moment.
That knocks him down to 1. He loses consciousness.
Oh, bloody hell.
He loses consciousness. It's a major wound, and he's a dex roll. A dex roll, you do not, I read this in the book, you don't apply the penalty for that just yet. So dex. He manages to stay on his horse. He kind of slumps over, though.
Yeah. William, of course, would fight while standing up. I forget what that negative is, though.
It's a +5 for him, -5 for you.
Okay, so I'm at -15 then.
All right, make your roll.
Yeah, well, I can't. Oh yeah. Why was my threshold? I have 15 in the sword. That's odd.
He would take a -5 penalty anyway, so it evens out for him. He hits you. 20.
Yeah, I'm unconscious. In fact, that takes me below.
And he rides off into the distance, leaving you for dead.
Yes, William gets hit and as it goes dark and he falls on the street. He doesn't even feel himself fall.
I'll leave it at that. With Renier wounded in his tent, Lady Ermeline tending over Sir Samson with a arrow in his gut, and William bleeding onto the street as the Black Knight of Herbeaumont gets away. The rest of his house under arrest at the wedding. Is there anything else you want to add?
Samson wakes up in a bed much later, a horrible pain in his chest, happy to be alive, but unaware of the damage that had been done to his long friend William and new friend Sir Tristan. Still married and happy to see Lady Berlinga alive, but a rage burning inside him for whoever was responsible for this. And he has a good idea of who it was.
William.
Yes.
Mark your major wound. Somebody's going to have to make a chirurgery check on you, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
once I'm found and dragged to a place.
Yeah, I think people would probably spill out of the church running up the street, and they'd probably find you.
It's probably the same dude that did me, so he had 17. That was his skill.
Mm-hmm.
Getting Charlemagne's personal physician.
All right, here we go.
Roller sim.
Roll D20.
Please roll lower than 18.
He does find you and stabilizes you enough that you don't die, it looks like.
So then you roll on that attribute loss table in 174 sim.
Roll 1d6,
Yep.
and I'll tell you what you lose.
I rolled
If you get
6.
yeah, lucky fucking Renier lost nothing. I lost Dex again.
Took an arrow to the knee.
You fucking cunts.
All right, it sounds like we're not going to be moving to winter phase. It sounds like we're going to go after the Herbeaumonts, I'm guessing.
Oh, fuck yeah. What about the other dude? We should see if he dies.
The assassin?
No, the other knight. Tristan.
Oh, Tristan. Yep. All
Yeah, I
right,
guess see how my
surgery for him.
homeboy's doing.
Let's roll surgery, so it's a 1d20. Yep.
That's good. I need to hire this physician.
What does he lose?
Con.
4 is con.
Okay. So his con will go down to 12. All right. A grim ending to a fun night.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright.
Raise the levies, boys.
Raise the levies. Nice.